In the White House, President Eisenhower signs the proclamation that makes Alaska's entry into the Union official, nearly 92 years after Lincoln's Secretary of State bought the territory from the Russian Tsar for $7 million.
The Alaska Wild Project podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Barney's Sports Chalet, supplying hunters with the best hand-selected gear since 1963. The exclusive home of frontier gear built for the rugged Alaskan terrain. Your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Visit Barney's today at 906 West Northern Lights.
Arbor Digital, the forefront of digital assets, cryptocurrencies, and wealth management, providing a low-cost, research-based investment strategy for Alaskans looking to invest their hard-earned money. Visit arborcapital.io today to put your money to work.
Tailored Restoration 24-hour emergency home services, helping Alaskans restore their dreams since 1972. Services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, repair, and remodeling. Give them a call in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Hit them up at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Total Truck and Alaska Overlander, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlanding products, providing all-inclusive rental vehicles and trailers custom outfitted to explore the Alaskan backcountry with a unique and convenient traveling experience.
Serrano's Mexican Grill, 2 locations, one on Tudor, one on Northern Lights. The Northern Lights location has their new tequila bar. Check it out. Also see their daily specials at serranosmexicangrill.com.
TheTreehouseAK.com, located at 341 Boniface Parkway, Alaska's own and grown cannabis and CBD store. Ask the bud tender what the strain of the day is to get your 10% off. The Treehouse, where the culture lives.
The Connoisseur Lounge, Alaska's premier locally owned and operated cannabis retailer, located in the heart of Palmer, Alaska. Their cultivated products include Snowcap Romance, Aurora Haze, Super Glue, and much more. Find them at theconnoisseurlounge.net.
AKO Farms, located in Sitka, Alaska, built from the ground up with concentrates as their single motivation, with exclusive products such as their sugar wax, full spectrum diamond sauce carts, and more. Ask your local bud tender about AKO. Marijuana has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming and addictive. Marijuana impairs concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence. There are health risks associated with consumption of marijuana. For the use of only by adults 21 and over. Keep out of the reach of children, and marijuana should not be used by women who are pregnant or breastfeeding.
The Bait Shack, located on Ship Creek upstream of the bridge. Can't miss the bright red shack. They're the go-to fishing gear rental and guide service on Ship Creek. Tight lines and fish on. Come hook into the action with them. Hit them up at thebaitshackak.com.
Anchortown Dogs, located on 4th Avenue across from the old 4th Avenue Theater. Look for the blue and gold umbrella. From reindeer dogs to bomb euros, they've got you covered. Anchortown Dogs, your local gourmet hot dog and sausage cart.
Crude Magazine, Alaska-based media outlet using the last frontier as a springboard to discover larger truths about the cultures of our great state. Read more at crudemag.com.
Lawn Pro AK, Alaska's year-round professional property maintenance team. Services include snow and ice management, weekly lawn care, and more. Get your free estimate today at lawnproak.com.
Double Shovel Cider Company, located off of Arctic and 58th. Handcrafted Alaskan-made colonial ciders. They also have a tap room downtown on the corner of 5th and E. Stop by today and taste an award-winning cider.
Lady with a Plan, your own Alaska event planner. From scouting the perfect location to planning the tiniest details, specializing in event management and production for intimate social gatherings. Find Lady with a Plan on Instagram. Hey man, I'm down to throw down on this.
Oh, you popped yours out earlier?
I did. I was like, you know what? It's cool, man. You guys do the double whammy.
Okay.
I don't usually miss it, but
well, you've been gone for a little bit.
I know I'm a little rusty.
Welcome back.
A little rusty. Thanks, dude.
Welcome to Alaska Wild Project episode 70.
7-0.
7-0.
Oh man, dude, they're flying by.
Just flying for sure.
Flying by.
A couple of housekeeping things really quick. Barney still has a bunch of the hoodies and the shirts of ours. If you haven't signed up with BHA Alaska, go ahead and do that. And thanks to Dave and and Brad over there. We got you guys' package. They sent us some cool shirts and stuff like that. They got a pint night coming up. I want to say it's the 28th. I want to say it's at Midnight Sun Brewing. Maybe we can look that up real quick.
Yep.
So if you haven't signed up for BHA, go ahead and do that. You're just giving back to local people that are looking out for all the stuff that's going on around here, even though if you don't got the time to go restore trails or clean up rivers and all that stuff, that $35 entry fee goes towards that. Like it's a no-brainer. And those guys are doing cool stuff. What's it say?
I got September 26th.
Okay, September. That's what I thought.
Resolution Brewing Co.
Resolution?
Resolution.
I thought I saw one
Brewing
earlier was
Company.
on site.
That's
Brewing.
the 3024 Mountain View Drive, Anchorage. That's 6 to 8 p.m. again on September 26th.
Okay, so right after
I'll probably be in
the hunting
town,
season.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they timed it just right.
They did, yeah.
Most of the guys are back.
I'll have been home from my moose hunt for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've been
Going
gone.
early.
I've been gone, honey. Now I'm gonna go to this pint night.
No, that sounds fun though, man.
It's in the middle of my moose hunt.
You're doing the late. Oh, yeah, you are, huh?
late.
Damn, I'm gonna try and squeeze. I'm like holding out hope that something falls together so I can just come along for that.
I'm hoping anyone that's willing and able can come
Yeah.
along. 'Cause
No,
that's
we've
gonna
had
be
conversations
heavy.
about it. I'm like, dude,
long
you can't
pack.
go in there by yourself. I mean, you need like at least maybe
What's
three
the date on
dudes
that?
would be good.
You go the 20th,
No, it's open till the 30th.
but when do you go?
I'm gonna go like the last 6 or 7 days of September.
Man, I'd be down with that.
Oh man, peak
That
rut,
cold,
dude.
cold.
Yeah.
Love that cold.
And some Chugach moose
Yeah,
that don't get hunted
yeah, yeah,
straight up.
yeah.
Like generations of moose that don't even get hunted.
I've heard rumors of some monsters back there.
Yeah.
There's got to be.
Oh, there is, man. Anchorage bulls are actually monsters, dude. There's a lot of
Oh yeah.
good pedigree bloodlines of Alaskan moose or Anchorage bull moose.
Kincaid.
Yeah.
Kincaid used to have that. I think he got hit by a car or something. It had that one big bull that had that funky drop time. He's always in the paper.
Yep.
Oh, you got hit by a
Yeah,
car?
I think he wound up. He was a big bull, dude, like 5'5" brown.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
65 or something.
Kincaid just lived in Kincaid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just like resides.
We
in
had
there.
a big boy that lived in our Turnagain area, and he got hit by a car too.
Yeah.
I would call him in, dude. I'd see him walking down the street, like eating all the berries, and I'd have
tearing
my boys,
everybody's brush up.
Yeah, he was like across the street, and I had my boys open the back deck, and my oldest used to be scared of mooses like 2 years ago. He'd have like nightmares of moose like breaking in his
Oh, like they're stick their head in
bedroom
there or
and eating
something.
him and shit. I was like, they don't eat meat. And so I was
Might
like,
be looking for carrots.
he's over there watching cartoons, like, come back. And I'm like, "Nah," and the moose just like comes across the street. He's like, he's going to come in our yard. He's like trying to like find a way to get into the fence. You know, he's still in full rut.
Oh,
But just like walking down the street, just like,
all pissed,
Yeah.
drooling and shit.
yeah.
out of his mind.
Yeah, but I heard he got hit by
Smacking
a
cars.
car, man. It sucks. He was a beautiful, you'd see him all the time, all over the place.
Was just living fat and happy.
Yep, just living in Turnagain.
Crossed the road the wrong timing, man. Gotta watch out.
Yeah, that's sad.
I was up there ripping through Birch Road, coming from Flat Top.
Yeah.
Had my little 96 GMC, and daughter's like, Dad, let's go fast. I'm like, okay. It's like 10:30 at night. Just floor it. Probably hit like 90, and I was kind of like, I was digging it. She was digging it, and I'm like, dude, a fucking moose better not jump off the shoulder.
it's
Because
just-
you know, it's like little blind rises
Yeah,
ripping
yeah.
down that side road. I'm like, dude, I was like loving it, but my dad instinct is like, I feel like something's gonna pop out. You just never know. I mean, that's the thing about Anchorage Bull, right? There's a lot of critters in it.
Oh,
Moose
100%.
especially, man.
I always thought the worst was right from Soldotna to like Nanilchik. Oh my
agreed.
God, dude. Especially driving
Agreed.
at night, getting out there.
Shit all the
like-
way to Deep Creek.
Well, in winter though, from Willow to Petersville. That's
that's the worst.
Oh, totally.
because that snow just pushed them all to the highway.
Oh, okay.
Because they're like every quarter mile.
That's why they
you see
cleared that. Like,
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
at least you can see them coming out
Yeah.
30 yards on the side of the shoulder.
Yeah.
And your
That's
headlights can catch their eyes, you know,
Yeah.
not just like 10 yards from the edge and then hopping out on the road like back in the day.
Like before LED or HID or LED lights came out.
Man.
Yeah.
Just the yellow. You
That's
can't
true.
see nothing.
That is a bad spot.
In winter
For
time,
sure.
just in winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It does. Yeah, that like Kenai, especially go down there like October, November, it's bad.
Yeah.
They're really, I mean, it's actually bad all the time, I guess. Even in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
There's always, actually I almost got 3 moose on my way back from Paxson. I had one borderline,
That
moose
section
come out.
too, from Paxson to
I had
Glen
one. I
Allen?
had one pop out right by Hicks Creek, and then I had one pop out in Nelchina, and then I had another one pop out up by Sourdough. Really close calls.
well, that sourdough, like, because they don't white it out over there. That's still like
Well,
old
it's
school.
in construction now.
I feel like that's old school highway. Like it's still like the 2-lane is really 2-lane. It's just so narrow.
There's such a cool stretch of it because the highway's like just torn to shit from like Gakona, the junction right there,
Yep.
and then like pretty much there's like 12-mile stretch, a little break, and then another, I don't know, like 10, 15-mile stretch. I think it's like almost 30 miles long. But right when you bust out and they're right before you get to Paxton Lake, there's like 10 miles of like the old tight 2-lane,
Yeah.
brushes tight. Oh
Yeah.
man, it's beautiful. And it was like a section that got fixed like, I don't know, maybe like 15 years ago. So it's like still semi decent.
Yeah, I
Not
know
totally.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Chad, you might know, what are they doing? Because I know that area traditionally, those frost heaves are like insane and just mess up that road. Like, what is that new technology that is not going to cause that, or they just can't? There is none.
I have no idea. I don't know how you could fix it because it's permafrost.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So it's like,
They're just reflattening it for the next 20 years.
yeah, you know that whole strip, like
Yeah.
from like around Glen Allen and whatever.
Yeah, it's just
Both
all-
towards Solana, that road gets like insane. It's
Just
different
heaves.
every year too.
Yeah.
It's like a sand dune. It's like just changing.
Yeah.
Well, they're going pretty hard. I mean, they've cleared it on the sides, like way out.
And they redid that whole area there towards
Yep.
Solana. Like they redid all of it, and it's still whipping out. Like
So there ain't nothing there to.
I don't think
I
there
feel
is.
like I have this like expectation of like technological advancements in like road building, like internationally and like in the world, and places that are building bridges and roads and stuff that's like they have badass roads and bridges and access. Like what the hell? Why can't we? We're Alaska. Like we have some rugged shit. Like, but I guess frost heaves.
permafrost.
Permafrost is
no one
like
has
shit. You
that
can't
really
like
close.
get down deep enough and like alter that.
You can't really dig it.
No,
I mean it's
that's what I'm saying. It's not
20,000
Oh,
year
so you
old
can't.
ice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
ain't
like
building
not-
that base.
Like it doesn't have
No.
air in it. It's like that's-
You're always just on the top of it
Like a
and trying to
diamond.
make it better on top.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
like it's almost like just sealing and patching your driveway all the time
Well, now it's
versus like you
melting.
need to dig it and like get it like completely revamped and
Yeah.
rebuilt. Like you can't do that with highways. They just like even the stretch by Sourdough. There's like Tonka trucks in there, dude. There's the massive fucking.
Yep.
I don't know what those dump trucks are.
Yeah.
rock trucks.
Rock trucks. Yep. And they've like dug down 40 feet and made
Yeah.
new trench like through there. Like,
Well, I think the main problem now why it's getting worse is because the permafrost is melting,
yeah.
like permanently melting, and that's why like
Oh, there's
I don't
no
know,
base.
You guys are
Never gonna be.
You guys are on Instagram, but the man, I forget their name. They're a company. They're like a digging for gold outside of Fairbanks, but now they've been like, now they're kind of like their whole Instagram thing is like fossils. Like they're pulling up like full, like 15-foot mammoth tusks
Sick.
Because all that stuff's melting now.
because they're where they have their gold lease. They've just hit this like jackpot of fossils, like like hundreds of mammoth. They haven't sold any of it.
Just holding it.
They've just cataloged it all. It's crazy.
Do you have any recollection who they are? What the name is?
Oh man, I'm forgetting it.
Yeah. I'll just keep digging around. I'm curious now. That's pretty cool.
I don't know. I can't think of the name right now. What their Instagram is.
Yeah, I just listened to a Meat Eater podcast not too long ago. I think it's an older podcast because I like try so hard to keep up. I can't listen to them fast enough. But they were going in on like spear tip hunting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they went to that
Clovis, the Clovis.
yeah, they went up to the plateau, and then they had the UAA somethingologists that they were, they float and look for fossils, and every year it changes with the river, and the stuff pops up, and I mean, there's got to be a treasure trove.
Well, now
statewide,
I heard that same one, and now it's like they don't even want you to pick it up. You can't.
Oh, like don't even alter it.
I think it's actually like illegal to move it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have a permit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it also the same with the tusk and all that stuff?
I don't think you're supposed to ever alter any of it, or maybe even report it.
Well, we can't have it. You have to be Alaska Native to have a tusk. Otherwise, it's got to be like scrimshawed and signed by a native for you to own it.
Yeah, they said that even if you find like some dinosaur stuff on your property, like it's not yours. You have to like report it, and they can take it.
I wonder how. That's probably state by state. I would bet.
Yeah,
I think in Arizona when I lived there, they would find a lot of like woolly mammoth tusk stuff, mastodon tusk.
Yeah,
I remember there was a construction site when they were like that place was growing so fast. They were building like 50-plex apartment thing. And they were digging, and they hit one, and that job just like shut down, and I never saw it get built.
Oh, because they came in and said this is like a archaeologic.
And there would be a lot of times too, like where they would hit like glass and bottles, and like it was like a dump, but it would be Native Indian, American Indian sites, so they would stop construction too. So I know those things are like pretty highly protected.
Yeah, it's almost like the saguaros down there. Yeah. Like when they build, I don't know if you know this, Brandon, or people listening, if you've never been down there, that's like a treasure. Like you're not even allowed to, like, if you remove the saguaro from when you're building something, you have to put it back. And there's like the permitting is insane.
You can't cut it down.
You can't cut it down.
You can't just mow it down on your. If you bought raw land, you have to have those removed, and they get sold, or replanted. Like someone comes and they pull them.
They're
out
preserved
of the ground.
one way or the other.
Yeah, you cannot like kill it.
Yeah, because it takes what do they say? Like 60 to 100 years for the first little arm to come out. So when you see those, like the typical has the two arms, it just looks like one of those floppy guys, you know what I'm saying, that you see at one of
the little inflatable
car wash.
Yeah.
Birthday party here.
You see that with the two arms, that thing's like 200 years old. It's crazy.
That's wild.
And then they'll freeze. They get bad freezes, and then like one of the arms will like fall off.
Oh.
Yeah.
They grow another one for balance.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they balance themselves.
Interesting.
Yeah, you used to see in Arizona when monsoon season would come through, and you'd go out in the desert after like a gnarly rainstorm, and those things would be like
swelled up.
So swell up, dude. That's massive. They will like stretch like
because they're soaking up that water.
They just love it.
Yeah. Like if you've ever seen like the time lapse footage of it, there's it's like 30% more.
It's like me in the winter.
Yeah, it's like winter time in Alaska. Exactly.
Some ciders and pizza will do that to you real quick.
You could time lapse that, and it would be the same.
Every week at the podcast, it's like, whoa, man,
it's getting thicker.
Yeah, B's belly's getting a little bigger. It's the off season, folks. It's the off season.
I was in that Saguaro National Park, and it just like it never rains over there, and it happened to rain, and like all the locals were out, super excited with their cameras. 'Cause everything blooms for like that one day.
Yeah, it's like
every flower,
just waiting for some water.
Yeah, and it just like boom, everything blooms up, but then it's like gone like a day or two later. So you have to go get your picture. Like there's people that are into flowers and stuff like that.
It took me a while of living there. Like when I moved there, and it seems like if you take people there who have never been there, and you just like travel there, people are like, it's so ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't understand
the desert.
landscape.
You mean?
And I felt that way when I first moved there. I was like, man, like no one has a yard.
Yeah,
like it's so brown. But then after like I lived there for 5 years. Like I grew to appreciate the desert for exactly like what you're talking about. Like those moments where like when it does bloom, it's insane looking.
Yeah.
because it's so brown, and so when it does that, you're like,
Wow.
yeah, and it's cool.
Just flourishes
I
for a
learned to
second.
appreciate the desert.
I can 100% agree because going
Yeah.
there year after year, the first couple years, like, this is whack. It's brown. It's dirty.
Yeah.
There's no grass. Everyone's yard is rocks. And then you like, it grows on you. You're like, this is actually pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah, I like Arizona. I think it's badass.
there's so many critters and animals around there. Like, even in all those new neighborhoods that they build in like Tucson, dude, there's javelinas and bobcats and quail and just
Deer.
everywhere. Everywhere. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I know
you
it
get
still
a
has
lot.
like a wildness to it.
Yeah, Arizona's
really
got a
does.
lot of public land.
Yeah,
They have a lot of public
it
land.
does, man. It's I think it's kind of underrated as far as that part goes.
I lived there for 5 years. I never fished or hunted for a single thing.
Right.
I would get invited to go fishing, and I'd be like, where are you guys going? They're like,
Where's the water?
we're gonna go catch some bass. I'm like, I'm good. It's like, it can't be that much better in Alaska. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
trust
a little
me,
bit.
it is. It really is.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. I wanted to try it, man. I have not bass fished. Did you ever end up going ever? No, you say you didn't even do it once.
Not a single time. And I didn't hunt then. So like, I'm so like, now that I've been back there, like I'm disappointed in myself now that I hunt.
That you
And
weren't
I'm like-
like on it.
Yeah, their hunting
could have
is
been doing-
unbelievable.
Yeah, you could have been
like
doing really
best
good.
elk hunting in the country.
Yeah, mule deer.
Like monsters.
Yeah,
Monsters.
yeah.
I could have been doing all of it. Didn't do any of it.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
Now I gotta go back there, and it's expensive because I'm not a resident.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking January, right?
Yeah,
Go check that out.
yeah.
I got that on
Yeah. That's on my
my. Broke
list.
the news to wifey on that.
I haven't broke the news. I'm just going to put
I
it on the
did.
calendar.
I was just like, I want to just like let you know
Yeah.
there's this thing. I'm talking about it. It's probably gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
Yeah. I'm
It'll
down.
Be fun. It'll
Yeah.
be cheap too.
Well, my dad lives down there too, man. Might get a chance to go see him real quick or have him come up to where we are.
Yeah.
So, had him in town this last
Yeah. How was that?
week and a
How
half. Yeah,
how
it
was
was
your little
cool.
trip?
It was good, man. It was good. It was like, to sum it all up, it was like everything I wanted in terms of like a quiet, lay low, celebrating the 40th milestone birthday. It's like I wanted to have a party and like, how we rented the house for the meat party or do something like really fun.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that would be a blast. Like, it's summer, it's a good time to like do that.
Yeah.
But going out in the woods with the family, my folks, close friends, had the campground to ourselves, lake trout fishing.
Well, you did the right. You went north when everyone else went south.
Pretty much by design,
Yeah.
and the road trip, as you know, the Glen and the Richardson, you have stretches where you don't see a car for like 10 or 15 minutes. Or you
nice.
do, and it's just like, you're never getting behind anything. It's just like, all that was just nice. And we took a full like 6 days for our trip, and it like felt like every bit of 6 days. It was like, felt long.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, the whole family's like, man, that was like such a long trip. I'm like, man, nothing in the summer seems long. Like, it just like is a blur. It comes and goes, like weekend. This one was like, man, we're ready to go home. Like Friday when we went home, it was like, damn, dude, I'm ready for a shower, bed.
Yeah. Pizza.
The kids showered and the wife showered. I actually ended up just jumping in the lake. It's good enough. Yeah, dude, it was great, man. It was like everything I wanted as far as like chill, quiet, good company, good food. Weather was like whatevs. It was all right. We got blown off the lake a day and bugs were pretty bad. But I mean, you go out in the teeth of Alaska in June, end of June, July.
Lake Louise.
Yeah,
Is that where you were?
Paxson, like that whole like Copper River Basin kind of stretch from like Paxson down to the Lake Louise there. It's one of my favorite places in the world. I love that area.
Yeah, it is awesome up there.
Yeah, and it's just, it's not that popular. It's not like people are clamoring to get up to those areas, but it's really, really cool.
The diehard lake trout guys are.
Yeah, man, it was great. It was funny too because was telling the guys, so Eric and Bruce and Mason came up, and they had the jet boat, and I'm like, man, last year, man, it was like every 15 minutes, man, we were hitting them, and so then they were like holding me to that shit up until we went fishing. So we dunked the boats in the water. Man, I gotta admit something. Full fucking disclosure, rookie move.
No plug.
Yeah, bro. How'd you know?
Because that's the only
Oh
mistake
my
anyone
God, man. Like, I was like, I'm never going to let myself live this down. That's why I'm like, I'm just going to tell the world. And you guys, Captain Prepared over here, like, never fucks up any process of a boat launch. And is very critical and opinionative of everybody else's ability to do so.
Yeah.
Throws the boat in the water. And Dad's pulling the truck out, and I like brush my hoodie pocket. I'm like, what's that? Oh shit. No. Those are the plugs in my pocket. And we're in the water. And the entire family's in the boat. I'm like, we're right by shore, so I can just go like ram it up on shore and be good. But I look at my dad, I'm like, put the trailer back in the water. You know, what's that? What's that? And Eric's backing his truck in, and his like diesel fucking turbo, so he can't like barely hear me.
Yeah.
I'm like, back the fucking trailer in, because he sees my like body language.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh shit. And you see him scramble back up to the truck and drop it in. And so I ended up letting it drain for like 20 minutes. But man, in 10 years owning that boat, I've never done that. I've never not put the plugs in, because I've done that before in other boats and learned the lesson.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I got a system, I got a truck, they're in the pocket, I grab them, I plug them in, I unstrap it. Okay, boom, those two phases are like first thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, Dad, back the truck in, you know, it's like family trip, nonchalant, like go against everything that I normally do in my like process. Yeah, and put the boat in the water with no plugs. But anyway, long story short, we get out on the lake, and my hype lived up to his expectation. Fish were caught at least every 15 minutes.
Really?
So yeah, it was good fishing.
What do you what do you fish with there?
Just troll.
Like a little spinner?
hard like shallow diving baits.
Okay.
Oh, you gotta have like a planer, right? You don't have to.
No, when you go early, so like up there, the breakup's like a couple weeks later. Yeah. So if you're playing around in lakes like after Mother's Day weekend in say Wasilla, Palmer, you know, you gotta wait till like the third week of June or before 4th of July almost sometimes for the lakes to open up there. They've been opening up sooner.
Yeah.
But my point is that the lakes are really cold. The lake trout are still up shallow feeding and hunting before the water warms up, and then they go deeper. So, man, had a lot of success just.
Oh, you're running closer to shore.
Really, like 10 foot, 12 foot.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's super easy. I can't give up my secret weapon brand name of the lure.
Okay.
Because it's lights out the best lake trout lure of all time. Anybody listening, bring it, because this thing's the best of all time. I challenge thee.
That's a big statement.
Actually, I know some Canadians are like, we catch these, you know, 4 foot Lakers every cast, and you know we're catching little 20, 25 inch
That's
Lakers.
respectable.
But I mean, you know, for road access lakes, and they've been fished hard, and you know, get fished hard in the wintertime and that kind of thing. It's fun, but yeah, man, that was a good trip. I'm glad I got it out of my system. I love lake trout fishing. I love lake fishing. That's my favorite thing to do. Salmon, the whole thing. I just like trolling.
Yeah.
You know, and just watching the rod it's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like so easy
I don't
too.
think I've ever trolled for lake trout. Ever.
Yeah, man. It's like
I definitely haven't.
I've never trolled for lake trout.
oh,
Pike.
Man.
Yeah.
Trolled for pike?
Yeah.
Really? Oh. I mean, it would make sense.
Like by Manly Hot Springs.
Yeah.
Out of Fairbanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess that would make sense.
Well, you're running
covering water.
Yeah, you're running Rapalas anyway. Like
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm talking about, like Rapala style.
Okay.
You know, but I ain't using Rapalas. I'm just using that as a reference, as an example. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Dustin, you hear this guy?
Yeah. He's all going to know right away.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I wanted to bring up kind of a touchy, I don't know, I guess it touchy, but just something that's
controversial, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. It's just been happening more and more, and I was just online talking to, damn it, what's her name? From Her Outdoor Journey. I don't know if you guys follow her on Instagram. just a big outdoor girl. And Facebook and Instagram just shut her whole shit down, dude. Just because supposedly she's promoting hunting and promoting outdoor lifestyle, and so they just felt that her stuff wasn't meeting the guideline of their community.
Was she like posting photos of dead animals?
No, not even that. Not even that.
All platforms took her down. I mean, Facebook
and Instagram are the same.
Yeah.
And so she had to start over, and I want to say she had like 35,000 followers or whatever. And we had Tana on the other day, the other week, talking about it as well. And someone else had told me that the same thing happened to them. It's like they just decide that your lifestyle doesn't fit their guidelines.
Well, yeah, I mean, none of these are like really open format. Like they say they are, but they're really not. There's someone that's a moderator. Mm-hmm. And yeah, people are getting canceled. I don't understand social media enough to know, but like, I mean, I hear people that all the time, like bigger people, like getting shadow banned, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Like where it just like really funnels their stuff to them. Like it's very, like that's not reaching their like all their people. It's like a small percentage are the only people.
They just like take them out of the algorithm or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, her thing now is her outdoor journey 2.0.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because she had to start over.
Yeah.
But she has a really nice reel there.
What's her name?
I forget, dude. I'm sorry.
That's crazy that they would just take it out over.
I mean, she does show animals and bears just like everyone else.
She says, She says right here, she says, when IG tries to X me. Cool. She's making a statement. Back on Instagram, too.
But there's multiple people and brands, and it takes a long time to build up that following, and then to have to start all over.
Well, that happened to Tana too.
Yeah,
the bear deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she got like scolded for that. It's like
I'm just like waiting for it to happen to us eventually. Like,
they
just decide like, oh no, you guys are.
I mean, have you ever seen like some of the stuff that like gets written to like the bigger name dudes for posting like bear stuff? Like I haven't seen that, but I can see Rogan's like brought it up before. Like I think he posted a bear like once, and he hasn't done it since because of like how
the lashback
murdered you get by.
Yep.
But I've seen Cameron Haynes post like screenshots of the stuff that gets written to him.
Oh yeah.
When he posts like a bear photo.
Yeah. Like I wish your kids get eaten by the bears.
It's like,
wait till it gets you.
Yeah, it's not
extra over the
nice
top
shit.
Yeah, it's extra bad.
It's like wishing you and your children and your family to like catch on fire and die.
Just the worst level of hatred.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not surprised that people's stuff's getting pulled, but it's a bummer that there's no like real true. Like, I just believe you should be like free speech. People should be able to say whatever they want to say.
Yeah, it's your choice.
No matter how horrible. Like, I mean, if you're a white supremacist, you can't block it out. Like, it's ignorant, and people just shouldn't listen.
Yeah,
but you have to allow it. Like when you stop allowing stuff, it's like, when does that, or not allowing stuff, like when does that stop? Like that line never finds like one exact place.
Just gets pushed back or forward.
It's constantly moving.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, you just can't, unfortunately, you just have to allow it all. You got to take the bad with the good.
And the thing with, these platforms as well is the people that are watching or viewing what you're saying are people that chose that. Yeah. They chose to follow you. They chose to, read your stuff or whatever. So it's like they've made that choice. Mm-hmm. And I can understand these companies not blasting it into their algorithm where they're pushing it forward if it's not meant to be. Which I've noticed just even on our own page, with the reels and stuff that we've done. Like if you have an innocent thing where it's like, oh, the river and then the fish and a cool quote, then it's like, boom, they're gonna blast it out. But then I put the one of you carrying the bear, and it gets like the most minimum zero push.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah, I'm
scrolls,
sure
sees a dead animal on a backpack. They're like, "Ooh, no!"
Yeah.
You know,
especially bear.
Yeah.
Bear's like, what's the first thing you get as a little kid? A teddy bear. It's like
That's right.
it's a weird nostalgic animal that
It's
you
been
can post a lot
Disneyfied.
of dead stuff, but the second that a bear gets
Yeah.
posted, it's a different reaction.
there's a lot of
from
like
people.
mystique to it.
I think people
Just
we all love them.
Winnie the Pooh. You know, I mean,
But
like,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, that's what I'm
Well,
saying.
Winnie the Pooh, man.
Winnie the Pooh, Smokey the Bear. You know, you can just go on down the line of all the bear
I saw a bear.
Disney-fied
I saw a bear
things.
sit looking like Winnie the Pooh, and then he looked at my soul.
Yo,
You wanted to eat.
Tried to kill me. So
Winnie,
I was like, gotta change my perspective on that guy a little bit.
Yeah, and I've mentioned this before on the podcast. Like when we have posted stuff about bears, like I will always get a lot of hate, or not even hate, but like questions, even from like family members, like my cousins in Germany, like, "Whoa, why would you do that? Why are you
Just
posting
criticized, yeah.
And even like the black bear, like it was like a blueberry bear that we ate. We actually even harvested and eat it, and they just don't get it, And I talked to my dad about that, and he had a pretty good answer. He was like, "Well, they don't have them anymore there because they already hunted them all.
yeah."
So now all those generations leading up
they
to
don't even
now
know.
don't get to experience any of that because all their fathers and their grandfathers out hunted everything."
Well, it's a complicated thing for you to just understand, as far as like if someone doesn't research the reasons why, like no one is going to understand just by you telling them that, like, no, hunting is a big part of conservation. Like managing the herd is a big part of conservation. Like you have to kill some of the animals.
Yeah.
And that's like a thing that if you don't understand the biology behind it and like really look into and invest some time to understand it, how would you? Why would you?
Yeah.
Because it's like it makes zero sense. Like logically, when you think about it, you're like, wait a minute, why do animals have to die so we can have more? And until you understand why, you don't really get it.
Yeah.
So I totally understand why people are like, do not understand why you kill bear. And for a long time, I never was going to hunt a bear because I was like, if I'm not really like hunting it just specifically to eat it. Like you're eating a black bear because like you should. It's edible. It's pretty good. But there's not a lot of people that really like go hunt black bear because that's what they love.
Yeah, they're not
to
filling
eat.
their freezer with it.
Yeah.
Not now, but in the 1800s they were.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was the number one.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that was the
absolutely.
prize.
Yeah, to preserve
prize.
the fat and
That was the most prized animal you could get was a black bear. Because
the
of the
fat
grease and the fat and the fur.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe the meat was like third.
Well, there was so much you could use on that animal.
Mm-hmm.
So much.
Yeah.
That's why, for sure, that was definitely a prize, and that's why they got slaughtered. But when you don't understand like that North American conservation model, which hunting is a big part of, somebody has to cull that herd. Or the reality is that listen, like we've caused there to be only a certain number because we've taken their habitat.
Yeah.
The more we take, the less that
Narrower
number is
that
going to
is.
be. So
Yep.
if you really want to conserve animals, then stop making babies. If you're really into it,
that's
like going vegan ain't going to do much. You got 5 kids.
I don't know that it's ever going to change in terms of the perception.
Well, there's just so many people that
Yeah.
don't live within a culture that it's normal.
Yeah, I was kind of angry about that maybe like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I had mixed feelings about like, man, like I wanted to fire back or rebuttal a hater
Yeah.
when it came to bear killing. And now I've got a better understanding and respect for what everybody's lens, what the difference in their lens.
Yeah.
And they can express their hate and talk shit. That's a choice they made. It's not the choice that I'd make. I wouldn't recommend. If you have questions or concerns and it's a logical conversation you want to have, I'm down for that.
Yeah. Well, I think that you could, if someone's willing to listen,
yeah,
and they actually have legit questions about it or concerns, you could,
and
if they're open-minded.
And you can leave the room like with zero agreement on any of it.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to like.
Well, the one thing that you're going to agree on, because it's that, like, that's the funniest thing about it, is the two extremes. Like,
yeah,
the goal is 100% the same. Like, there's no debate whatsoever. Both of your goals are
to preserve
as many animals as possible, a healthiest population as possible. You both want that.
Yep.
It's just it's just a lot of times the hunting aspect, you understand the dichotomy of that a lot more because you've researched it, you've looked into it. And a lot of times the other side is making that decision a little less educated. Not dumb.
Yeah.
Not dumb. I don't think they're dumb. I don't think anybody
Just
that's going
maybe
that
not
route.
have the
It's
maximum amount of information.
It's just a basic lack of understanding the bigger picture and how it works. Like, it's just like, I mean, we've talked about it before, how in the state of California, they banned, cats. You can't hunt lions there.
Yep.
At all. They banned it. And the exact same amount of lions get killed every single year as when they allowed hunting. Just now, the taxpayer is actually paying Fish and Game, or they're subcontracting it out to like cat guys,
the public agencies,
to go kill these cats, and then the cat gets turned in. None of the meat's used. Nothing's used. It's probably just incinerated.
Yep.
But the same amount, because they have to manage the herd. So before you'd have hunters paying to go do that.
Yeah. Bringing state
in
money.
several different ways, like physically paying
money's
specifically
coming
for
to
that tag, plus
the economy for that.
Well, it's like a lose-lose versus a win-win situation.
Yeah. With the outcome is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, the division between the anti-hunting community and the hunting community is like, the goal is common. So it's like one of the craziest arguments.
It's almost
like you guys both want the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, this is probably really extreme, but it's like a battle over religions.
Yeah.
It's like
very similar.
Everybody just wants the same thing.
Gotcha.
But they want to fight over
the end goal is the same.
The end goal is the same.
Yeah.
It's like,
be a good
that's
person.
way extreme, but it kind of just came to my mind as you were saying that. I'm like, wow, like, you're right. The end outcome is
just
the same thing. I mean, I don't want to go out and hunt moose, caribou, sheep, and black bears because I'm like, yeah, man, I want to like wipe them out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like do my part. Number one, harvest the animal out of human nature because I love eating game and teaching my family the traditions and everything it is. I can go on about that. That might sound cliche. It's fucking true. I really want them to know that and learn that. It's a human thing they should know. But I want to be part of the solution. So, I mean, I feel like by our governed bodies that set rules and standards and these management programs that I trust.
Yeah.
That's on, it's the side of the fence I'm on. But
well,
I guess
education.
never gonna
education's always like probably the first choice in any solution.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And so like you just have to try to educate people and not fight back when they some people they're not gonna change. It's so tribal, People want to be part of a tribe. They want to belong somewhere.
Right.
So if they can be anybody's just trying to be in any group they can these days.
And I think that's what I was trying to say, like, with the whole thing, back to my comment about like my rebuttal and then how I compartmentalize the lens is like, it's cool, man. If you can say what you want to say. And I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, I want to post every, bear kill or whatever, but like, we're not gonna like shy away from what we love and what we're doing and what we feel is the right thing to do. So,
if anything, it opens the conversation up.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing. Like,
if you're willing to listen or willing to have the conversation and not just be like,
you guys got to only approach those like in person, because anything online,
I know, on a keyboard it just
bot. You don't even know if that's true. A person. It could be a 12-year-old.
That's me. I'm naive, and I'm like, that happens on Instagram.
It's upsetting, man. It's upsetting. You want to say something?
Just hold it back. Hold it back.
You want to say something?
Well, what do you think about a break?
Yep, let's do it real quick. Give a shout out. Quick.
Barney Sports Chalet, supplying hunters with the best hand-selected gear since 1963. Barney specializes in supplying hunters with the absolute best Alaskan-proven gear on the market for some of nature's most rugged and demanding terrain. Whether you're headed to the remote volcanic islands of the Alaska Peninsula in search of a brown bear, or the shale-infested glacial valleys of the Brooks Range for Dall sheep, it is critical you choose the right gear for your dream hunt. Don't miss Barney's exclusive brand, Frontier Gear of Alaska, tested from the high mountains of Tajikistan to the extreme conditions of Alaska. These products were designed for high performance and durability. Frontier Gear was derived from decades of experience hunting big game in Alaska. Paired with other top brands, it provides you the absolute best gear selection anywhere in the world. Stop in at Barney Sports Chalet in Anchorage on Northern Lights, or check out their custom website and reference tool at barneysports.com.
Arbor Capital. Arbor Capital is based in Anchorage, Alaska, and it's your go-to wealth management company. Arbor Capital is at the forefront of digital assets and cryptocurrencies. If you've been looking to invest your hard-earned money, or you just want to learn more about crypto, blockchain technology, or digital investments, give their website arborcapital.io a visit. What's great about Arbor is they provide a low-cost, transparent, research-based investment strategy for digital assets and traditional investments as well. ArborCapital.io is your first step in putting your money to work. Let one of Arbor's investment professionals walk you through your options for financial growth and security. Start investing for the future today at ArborCapital.io. Arbor Capital, your Alaska digital asset company.
Total Truck and Alaska Overlander, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlanding products, providing all-inclusive rental vehicles and trailers custom outfitted to explore the Alaskan backcountry with a unique and convenient traveling experience. At Total Truck, you can find brands such as ARE, RSI Smart Caps, Goose Gear, iCamper, Front Runner, Rigid Lights, Rhino Linings bed liners, and everything you need to outfit your truck or SUV. Alaska Overlander provides 4x4 vehicles and expedition trailers, custom modified for Alaskan adventures and outfitted with rooftop tents, fridges, and all the camping and cooking gear you need to start exploring. Visit them at alaskaoverlander.com.
Oh, I want to mention real quick to the haters out there as well. We did the ceviche, the Riverside ceviche. And yes, the answer is yes, you should flash freeze any fish, any salmon or halibut or anything.
Or worms.
Before you
100%.
Eat it.
Yeah.
But we live on the edge.
But if you keep up on your gut biome and eat some spicy food every now and then, you'll probably be all right.
Yeah, you'll be all right. You'll be just fine.
I mean, I've given it to I've done that the last 2 years. It's kind of just the new tradition for first fish of the year now. And I've given it to probably, I don't know, about 15 people. No one's ever even had a minor reaction. So,
yeah,
I think you're fine. But I know you are supposed to freeze fish before you make sashimi and stuff.
Yeah. So,
you guys go into
we do know
move?
that. We do know that. Yeah, because we were getting haters on wow, gonna have luck with the tapeworms and you're supposed to freeze it first. And
but
blah,
you
blah, blah.
also are. It's cooking in citric.
Yes.
So it's technically not a raw. It's not really a raw fish. It's cooked from the citric acid.
Yeah.
I would imagine that probably kills bacteria.
Yeah, I wonder how much the time it is.
Did anybody get sick?
No,
I didn't think so.
I mean, that's why Mexican beers come with a lime.
To kill.
It's to wipe Yeah, it's to kill any bacteria that could be on the top of the
I know shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that's why that tradition is there.
It's not to actually fruit the beer.
No.
Oh
No.
That's Americans.
yeah, because the first thing I do is throw that thing out of there. I don't put that in my beer.
Yeah, no, it was like they do it to like wipe the rim of the bottle.
Clean it,
Yeah,
disinfect.
pretty much.
Sweet. I went and ran to the little boys' room real quick and came back. That was the first thing I wanted to ask. Was like, well, you guys been killing the Russian. Like, what's up with you guys in that trip? That
was
whole thing.
fun.
Yeah.
The mountain bike into the falls.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
Man, you guys were I was on the text line and you guys were all planning it. I was just like, oh. I'm super excited. I'm doing my own thing. You know, I had like my own really fun, Alaskan adventure week planned or whatever. But man, I was like, I have FOMO. You know, I'm like, man, you guys have been talking about this and I don't get to go. And you guys were still keeping me in the thread like I was going to be there.
I feel like Alaskans,
that sounds fun.
like as an Alaskan, we probably have FOMO more than like anyone in the world.
There you go. Yeah.
Like who has more FOMO than an Alaskan? Because we like everyone, at least everyone I know is like, they work like summer's like 60-hour weeks if you work construction or if you're a sloper, 2 weeks of like everyone doing cool shit you ain't part of. It's like you're always missing out on stuff up here and there's so much adventure.
Yeah,
you can't do it all in a lifetime. Like it's impossible.
That's the problem. There's only like so much time to do it. So everybody's doing something you wish you could be doing.
We are FOMO.
Yeah,
I think
we are.
Like we went on the dudes ride to Eureka. Epic, fun, fucking awesome trip. Meanwhile, I could have went on a fucking sick ass 2-day halibut trip.
And
With bathtub water, like
God forbid you picked the wrong one. You've been on like your boy invited you in the ocean boat, and your boy invited you in the jet boat, and you went in the ocean boat, and then the boat had problems, and you're like, damn it! I knew I should have went with Bob.
Or you put your side by side doors deep in the snow, and you're like, man, I could be just catching halibut right now.
Well, that's the thing. Like talking to all the buddies, and like, what are you guys doing 4th of July? And like. You talk to 10 different people; they're doing 10 different things.
Hell yeah!
And all 10 are like, you're like, damn.
Traditions they do.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming up.
Yeah.
You're not already happening.
You're not in LA getting FOMO. Like you might have missed a cool club. That's it.
Yeah. Or a game.
Damn.
I'll be a game next week.
Club.
There's too much stuff to do, man.
There is too much FOMO. And you're right, because you know what? I've started to learn to cope with it better. Like before, I used to stew on it. Like, man, just like salty as fuck. Miss a snow machine trip. It's like, oh my God, best snow of the year, and I didn't even get to go. Oh my God, that day at the Russian, they couldn't keep them off. I went the next day and didn't get one.
Yeah.
You just like, and the FOMO is worse when you like miss something, and then you went the next day to do it, and it was worse.
It also gets worse like as you get older, because as you get older, like your friends and you get more and more successful, and then they got shit that you don't have, like I don't know, a Super Cub, and you're like
a big ass boat.
Yeah, I went out in the Razor, and they're like, oh, we flew the Super Cub to this beach in the middle of nowhere, only 2 people fishing at all, kings all day. And you're like, yeah. I still have dirt in my teeth from the Razor. So I'm going to get that out with a power washer later. Kings, though, huh? You have extra?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't bring any back? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we were putting them
You get
back.
more and more jealous as your friends get more and more successful.
That's a good point.
I've said it before. I think that Super Cub is like the pinnacle of all the toys.
That's right up there.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a game changer. A plane is a game changer.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
A plane, period.
A big boat and a plane probably puts you like in the...
But the plane just puts you on... Nothing can really hide from you.
Yeah.
Like you can go like...
Anywhere.
You can go look for whatever animal, a specific animal. Like you're looking for a specific moose when you have a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not just hoping one comes into your area.
Yeah.
And you used to do that for cheap.
Yep.
Like, I mean, that dictated like client costs back in the day. Like you listen to old time guides that are like pilots and they're probably embellishing a little bit, but it's like they could have a client in there that's like super rich client, been a client of theirs, come back. And guys like they're flying around and you hear stories like, yeah, we're flying around and see this like 80-inch moose. And the guy's like, I want that one. It's like, well, that one's going to cost you $45,000.
Yeah.
What? Why? Because I can land, but we're going to fuck this plane up to do it. And then we're going to have to fix it, build a runway, and that's all going to cost money.
Yeah.
But we can get you that moose.
If that's what you want.
Okay. Do it. Hold on. Buckle your seatbelt.
Tighten it up.
Get rowdy. Like those days are like, I mean.
You want that moose? All right.
I just saw Jake, and I want to say Cole Haggy. He's got the yellow plane, I want to say. I just seen him flying
Is that
back.
his homie?
Yeah, I just seen him. Before we came out here, I was just having a beer on my front deck there, and I was like, that looks like Jake's plane. I zoom in, I was like, yep, that's that motherfucker right there. And I look, and there's his buddy. So I took a film, and I sent it to him. He's like, oh, yeah, we just went out fishing, didn't get none.
Still got
That
out.
must be nice.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
It is.
Super Cubs are so cool.
I've yet to fly in one.
Oh, man.
I haven't been in one.
And we got the homies all.
You better like small planes, though.
Yeah.
The smallest plane I've been in is a Beaver. That's a pretty good sized plane.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
you
like,
haven't been bucked around.
No. In my
The
flights,
Super
were
Cub is like a
smooth
kite
and-
with a motor.
right.
Like anything moves that thing.
Oh yeah. No, I mean I see them out there, and I see dudes pack their asses in there with like nothing in it.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like when you ride in the middle to the Homer King Derby in the back seat between Kyle and Josh.
Yeah, that's the back seat to a Super Cub. Can't see
Just
nothing.
like that. You can't see
much.
nothing.
Hey man, move your head. Move your head. I can't see.
Speaking of the Homer Derby, that I saw that they moved the date back.
Yeah, like 3 weeks or something.
That was like the original date.
Yeah, March.
Oh really?
Moved it back to March.
Nice.
Like middle of March. March 18th
Perfect.
or something, I think.
Yeah.
Good.
Which is good because I think the fishing's better then.
Do you think that was feedback too from the?
Yeah, they said in the release.
Okay.
They said due to all the feedback, which I'm sure they got, because everyone was talking.
We were all feeling the same way.
everyone was talking about it.
Yeah.
Guys on the radio blasting all day, yeah.
Put
'Cause
it back.
I think it's almost because when was it? Middle of April, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it went a whole.
Well, it was the
month.
COVID extension, and then they went ahead and did it the next year. They probably did that because they weren't sure what the climate was going to be like, so they just want to play it safe. Be my guess.
I mean, it was
but-
definitely a way better climate, and it was nice
Yeah.
to be walking around in Homer and out fishing, and you don't have to have your puffy coat on.
Yeah, I mean that was fun. That
But the
part was
fishing
fun.
is not the same. The fishing's better earlier.
Well, they can't be having the local boy winning 2 years in a row again. They got to switch it up.
Yeah,
Well,
I got
local boys got advantages, man.
Yeah, I mean that shit's fixed. Whoops, I say that out loud. Okay, man, I take it back. Maybe it is though. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's cool to make it a real winter derby.
I mean, we traditionally used to
Fucking-
go in October.
There's gonna be snow on the ground
Oh yeah,
when you go back in March.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be like
reels freezing up. Everything.
Yeah, like a
downriggers
real-
are frozen.
yeah.
That's
That's
gonna
the real
be the
winter
only place
kingdom.
you're going to get kings at
Yeah.
some point.
That's it. That's the last chance.
There
That
won't
and
be
Ship
any
Creek.
more Alaskan ones. You got to steal the ones that are here just eating
visiting.
before they go to Washington.
Yeah,
That's how it's going to be soon.
And then I saw even Dustin was saying that the Ship Creek run wasn't that hot.
this
wasn't.
year.
Yeah, I guess he was. I want to say he was almost encouraging people, or not encouraging, but just saying they're not coming in as much as they thought they were.
Really?
Yeah. So he's started to fish other rivers for sockeye and stuff like that to kind of make up for the
Oh,
less
really?
to create less pressure, I should
Oh,
say.
okay.
There.
What does Ship Creek get? Kings, silvers,
Yep.
pinks?
Pinks.
Pinks. Yeah.
That's it, right? No red.
Which is no red. I don't think they get reds. Which is really cool. Like in city, like if you got a kid that's trying to learn to fish, like my kids just love to go just snag pinks there.
Oh, I grew up like
that was awesome. Just
when I lived in Mountain View, I would ride my bike down there and fish like every day.
Yeah, just to
Pink.
like
Just
to
get
learn
some
how
tug
to
back.
like get some tug back, learn how to work it. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to like let them run, let them come back, learn how to net them, and all that. Yeah,
Super fun.
Yeah, the pinks are actually
they got a good fight about
pound for
them.
pound, like the most fun, like catching fish.
I like silvers probably the most. But
I mean, as far as like if you can get
Pinks-
into them
pinks
thick,
fight.
where they just
Pinks
like
fight.
every
Yeah,
cast, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Have you guys ever fished when the pinks are in thick across the bay in Valdez?
No,
I've never fished.
I used to go to Bird Creek when they were really thick, though. That's fun.
Oh, that's kind of similar. I mean, Valdez is the bigger, passage water.
Hope.
Oh yeah, Hope's a good one too.
Hope gets a lot.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, Hope
you
is
can
a
go
fun place
slam
to go.
those.
Yeah,
They get a big pink run.
Yeah, you get a silver like every once in a while in there.
yeah,
One that, like,
yeah.
oh, I got a
That's fun
silver
too
out of
because the
there.
kids get all muddy running out there in the mud fest.
Oh, it's fun, man.
Yeah, we camped out there. One big family camp out there.
You guys ever harvest humpies? You ever eat them before?
I ate them when I was a kid,
Yeah.
but my dad would just smoke them, and he didn't want me to keep them. He was like, "God damn it, you kept these again."
Oh, and then he'd have to.
I heard
then he'd-
smoked or
okay.
pressure.
I would
but
only keep
okay.
them like if they were like, if I got them in and they just weren't.
I had to ask because like
Didn't seem like they were gonna survive putting them back.
my uncle made a pretty mean. Well, his just smoked fish is the best, in my opinion. Everybody has really good smoked fish, but I mean, he do up pinks, and it was like
Yeah,
pretty fucking good, dude.
smoked it.
It
It
was
was fun.
like
it was fun.
it was impressive that was like the quality of smoked fish that you were getting out of that. Of course, these were like fresh sea caught
Yeah,
humpies that were
I mean, when you smoke it,
yeah. It was
I think my dad just didn't want me keeping them because they were Ship Creek.
Okay, yeah.
And he was
urban-
like,
some
I don't
urban
know. If
salmon."
you turn the lights out, you probably can still see this fish.
might be
Close in the
glowing.
dark.
That might be glowing.
Like anything running through a military installation is
Yeah.
probably got some shit getting dumped. in
There's
it.
a little stuff in the water. Don't worry about
And they
that.
used to just bury shit. I
All you
dug
do
it up.
is
I know.
you just rub the ring of the jar with some lime. Right before you pressure cook it, it's like there it is.
Done.
Then
Good
it's
to
good.
go.
That's good. to
I
go.
learned this in Mexico. It's
right.
spring break.
Yep. Worms are dead.
They're all dead. You'll be good.
You're good.
I want to give a quick shout out to the homie. We get some people that send us stuff, and if anyone has an idea of a product or something, and you're looking to see if it is Alaska certified, whether it be some type of clothing or gear. One of my boys down in Washington sent us this.
Homie.
Yeah, homie's homie. It's called the Ninja Net. And 100% honestly, I just got it in the mail. He sent it up so that I could give it to some guide buddies and to test it out ourselves and just like see what could be done to make it better or if it works for Alaska. So anyone that has like cool stuff like that, we're always open to receiving some of that stuff and like testing it out and giving you some real honest feedback to see if it works for up here. This one right here is actually pretty cool idea, man. So basically the idea is whenever you're going to go net your fish, it's always some other guy that needs to be able to net the fish for you. And so his idea was so that you could net it yourself, so it's basically meant to be a one-handed operation. I'm going to pull it out real quick.
Is this it right here?
Yeah, that's it right there. So he's got a little website right there. I want to say it's ninjanet.com or is it ninjanet? So anyway, so you're supposed to sling this thing onto your backpack on your side or whatever, and you're supposed to be able to rip this thing out. I'm not going to rip it out right here in front of you guys, but I'm just going to undo this real quick. So you can see it comes really small and packed, right? Like that. But then when you go to bust it out, it's supposed to be a one-handed, just boom.
Oh shit!
Just popped open like that, ready to go, so that you could just do it with one hand. And
Big too.
yeah, it's pretty big. There, you watch his videos. They're catching kings down there. And then this thing has like an extended.
How rigid is that outer ring? Oh, shit's not too bad.
Yeah, no, they were catching the kings in their little videos and stuff like that. And I don't know what this material is. And they sell one that has a better, like a more expensive one that has a better like net on it. And they show the little video how to put it back. But the idea is that you got this thing, you know, in your backpack that you can just like whip out real quick and just get the fish yourself.
Or on your like side, on your hip. Maybe
On your hip or
belt
on your
something.
backpack or whatever, you know. So it's, I mean, he sent it to us so that we could check it out, and I just want to give him a quick shout out.
Are you trying to put it back?
Yeah, you got to watch the video. I only did it one time.
Flip it.
There's like a certain way you're supposed to do it, like that. There you go. There it goes. Like that. So that's ready to go.
Oh, shit, you just put it right back in the bag.
And then you put it right back in the bag, and it just pops in like that, and it's right in the bag. So when you're ready to go, you just boom, you know, slam up.
Fuck, dude, that thing's
It's a pretty cool idea here. Yeah, feel it up.
I mean, I just watched this video. I'm like, oh shit, man. He just
I
was
never-
like,
I
he's
never have a net
he's got a
either.
fish on. He's like,
yeah, dude, just whipped it
Definitely
out,
nice.
dude.
Net material is real nice.
I
Yeah,
get the ninja part. Like that thing is just like,
Wonder
Yeah.
if you could do one that's like more like a trout net.
yeah, like a little bit smaller.
Well, just like in the rubber, you know, like silicone,
something
so
a
it's
little-
like easy to release, doesn't hurt the fish. Like this will hang up on fin. Like this is like you're keeping fish that you get in this net
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's
the
no-
loops are pretty small. I mean, if you're catching bigger, yeah, the gills
like
will get hung up.
like trout are just not tough. Like they're
Yeah.
not hardy fish.
I mean, he's got a video of
this is dope.
catching a steelhead or a trout or something,
Like
and
stainless steel or something.
doesn't show the release, but no, that's
sweet.
So it's just cool. I just wanted to bring it in to show you guys. And I got another buddy actually here. He didn't want me to mention it because he's still working through with the distribution and the patent and stuff. He has a really cool idea with his net that he's doing. It's just cool to see that people are like still becoming innovated and coming up with new techniques to kind of make things easier. So I just want to give the shout out to NinjaNet. Thanks for sending us all the stuff. We're gonna give it a little test here and see what it does. And then those beads that he sent are another thing that he is invented. And looking up at those, I guess you're supposed to like put scent in those.
Yeah, so it looks like
almost like inject them.
you can put scent inside the bead, and it like fills these slots that are kind of cut into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll hold that scent. I don't fish trout enough here to know if we're allowed to use scent. I don't know.
I think in a lot of
Can't
places
lose
you're
bait.
not. I think,
But the other cool thing about these is that that slot that
that the line goes through.
well, that's like your scent goes in that, but it also makes it so your line can just go through this like curly thing, so you can just like take these beads on and off without cutting your hook off.
Yeah.
So you can change the beads. There's like
Oh,
1,
without having
2,
to
3,
retie.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different colors. So then you just you can slide it on there and run the line in it, and then just slide it down onto your stopper. So that's pretty
And
cool.
it shouldn't
So
fall
even
off.
if you can't use scent, you can still interchange these beads. Like if you want to change a color.
Yeah, and
to
I
like
was
a
thinking
different
like to
milk here or
to improve
orange
his
or redder.
idea, like if you created the beads that are useful up here, whether they're the color that goes along with the egg that's supposed to be for that time of year, whether it's a red one for early or pink to white, as the season gets later, that'd be really cool. And another thing I thought with the scent thing, because there are like local lakes and stuff like that where you can go ice fishing, and I was thinking, man, if you had something that was like a cross between like this bead and like a hook, and then you had the scent in that,
Yeah.
and you're just like jigging in the ice
In areas
fishing
that
thing
you're allowed to use bait. Yeah.
where you're allowed to use bait. You know what I'm saying? That would be really cool.
Yep.
So just cool to like,
I wonder what the flotation is like on
With
that.
these?
Yeah. Kind of big.
Yeah, I wonder if they make different. Well, it says on here that this is a 10 millimeter, so I bet you he makes them into. Oh, so there's
Yeah,
a
there's
10, there's 2
12.
10s, there's a 12, so you can get different size beads. So it's just like
Yeah.
buying beads. I wonder if they make any like milky type colors. Or
That's what I was bringing up. I was like, if he wanted to hit the like real trout market, you'd want to do
like a dot.
Yep, the colored ones that go for what we're fishing up here.
Yeah, this is like a good universal salmon trout combo.
Yeah. But just cool to see people that are passionate about the outdoor lifestyle, creating these.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing, isn't it?
To creating these things and like the net. I mean, like, how long does it take to get that, and how cool of it for him to send it to me or send it to us so that we could test it out and give it to some dudes, so that he really just wants feedback, like what could be better, what would work for up there. Because I mean, this might work for Washington. But like you said with the trout one, if you built one that was a little bit smaller,
catch and release one.
Yep, catch and release one. Yep, that has the rubber net or whatever, things like that. Like, that's stuff he needs to know.
It is cool though, because there's a lot of times when I'm fishing the Russian, I never have a net.
We could have used this on the falls.
Yeah,
that
would make it so much faster.
Yeah, it's like
so much faster than
because there's no landing in some spots. There's just no landing.
Well, and I feel like, I mean, you can improve your catch ratio with that. You can preserve more fish that aren't going to break off and then swim down the river with a hook in their mouth. Like, you can just net the thing and get it on shore and be like hitting your limb.
Yeah, if you're foul hooked, you can get rid of it easier.
You can get it off. It comes in and runs and comes in and runs.
You get something in the belly or the tail, you're fighting that thing forever.
Yeah, by the time you release it, it's like, God damn it. It's like you revive it and you do your thing and you see it swim off, and obviously you're confident it's going to be fine, but
he'll live, but he's tapped. That dude would jump off a building right now.
He's going to have to generate for a minute.
What? So the website is that? It's not. Is it Robolize?
Robolize.com. I don't know. Are they like I don't know who they are, but
I think that's just the company that's making the nets. Robolize, ROBOLIZE.
They have lots of shit going on, but that's pretty cool though. I mean, you're right. The innovation and creativity guys are still trying to come up with ways.
Yeah.
To improve experience.
Well, because outdoors. I mean, fishing is really a one-man sport.
Oh yeah.
It's not a team game. So to have that
like
net,
marlin.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you're talking about stream fishing, hardcore, a lot of guys don't want to fish with nobody. They're fishing alone because that's by choice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Secret spot.
I'm always.
And that kind of goes along with the whole deal where everyone has, the fanny pack because you don't want to lose your spot.
Yeah.
I was even thinking like that, like on the where it's crazy on the confluence and you don't want to back up out of your spot.
All your stuff's got to be on you.
You just want to bust out that net real quick and be like,
sure.
No, I don't even like walk over to my fish are tied to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stringer's to your belt.
Yep. It's right on your hip.
Yeah.
Because dudes will move in. Like there's a chicken hawk waiting. Just waiting. As soon as they see you hook up, they're just like, he's going to have to move out of there, and I'm going to slide right in.
Or the dude next to you who can't hook a fish is watching you hook a fish every other flip.
Yeah.
And he's like, ooh, slides over.
He's like, getting pushed downstream a little bit. It's like, this current's getting fast. Like, bro, you're creeping. COVID, man, 6 feet.
Back up. Start coughing.
6 feet.
I want to say thank you to the people that have been giving me rides from Jim's Landing back up to Sportsman's.
Oh,
as I go and drop the raft off, and this is normal
with the family,
with
right?
Many people that do this. You go to Jim's Landing to go do the upper, and you float, and you go down, and you leave the truck with the trailer down there, whether you're the main spot or the overflow, and you're thumbing it to get back.
That's the thumb shuttle, bro.
That's the thumb shuttle. But I gotta hate on. I don't even know the company. I meant to ask the dude. This guy rolls up. He's like in a 15-passenger van. Okay, he's about to turn in the gyms, and I know he's picking up a group of tourists that they just floated down. And I'm like, hey man, if I don't get a ride, can you hook me up back to Sportsman's? He's like, nah, man. can't do it, man. Insurance cost. I can't do it. I was like, what? Insurance? Man, that was the most haterous. Like, I was so mad at that guy.
He used the wrong word.
Yeah.
If he would have said liability, you probably would have.
He might have said that. No, I don't give a fuck what he said, dude.
Company policy, like you could.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
It could have been. It could be company policy though.
Well, yeah, no. I mean,
well, I wish I knew what company so I could bust them out.
He puts that thing head on into a car, and then now you're in it.
Yeah.
It's like it's a problem.
Okay.
I mean, this is like some insurance guy shit talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Now, the good old boy Alaskan shit, like, yeah, bro, get in, and you flip him $20, and it's like,
jump in the back of the truck.
Yeah. No.
So shout out to the dude still giving people. I gave a dude a ride in the back. I had a full truck,
right?
Full truck, kids, wife, my dad, everyone, like more people in the truck than should have been. And I was like, "Yep, jump in the back, dude.
Yep.
You got it."
If you don't mind riding in the back, you can get in.
Hell yeah. Who doesn't mind riding in the back when they're just trying to get back up to the raft?
Yeah.
You're like, just get me up there.
Nowadays, no kid is allowed to do that.
Oh, well.
What
is a kid allowed to do anyway?
Nowadays?
Yeah.
I don't know. Play on their parents' iPhone?
No, that's about it.
Yeah.
They ain't even allowed to go down the street.
Can't have a knife. Nothing.
No. A lighter? Never.
No way. Can't give a kid a lighter.
I gave my daughter a lighter this last weekend.
Yeah. Oh man,
hang
look
on
how
to
we
it.
got a knife, lighter, everything.
Yeah, well, he's
depends
responsible.
it depends on the
Kenny
kid.
is too. I'm just saying. I was finally
Depends on the kid.
She's like, can I borrow a lighter? I'm like, sure. What are you doing over there? She's like, oh, I'm just gonna like melt the tag off. I was like, keep it. It's like, be responsible. Make good choices.
There you go. That's good.
I saw this camp. Where did I see that? I think it was actually like on a CrossFit site or something. But it was this guy that ran a camp, and their whole thing was like, in their like 10 commandments was like, listen, like, your kid is gonna get a lighter, your kid is gonna get fire starter, your kid is gonna be given a knife and told to use it. Your kid will more than likely get cut. Your kid will more than likely get burnt. But your kid will like this summer camp better than any summer camp ever. And it was like, that was like their whole theme. And this guy was like a old like military dude. And it was like, these kids go and they learn to be self-sufficient and they like set up their own tent. And it's like stuff we did.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like I took the same gym class for 3.5 years of high school. And I would have took it for 4 had it been the first gym class that I took. And that was wilderness recreation. And it was like, you probably couldn't do it in school now.
Yeah.
Because we did everything. Shot archery.
Some schools might do it.
Shot BB guns or pellet guns with the rifle team. I rappelled off of Diamond High's gymnasium roof for a class in high school.
Oh, that's rad.
Next to like the ROTC guys are doing it over there, and we're doing it as a class. Built survival forts in the snow pile in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Which there's no way they're letting you do that.
Oh
like
my
digging
God,
a room, like the whole class is in this thing.
Well, they do.
Back when the snow
They
piles
have
were
it
big enough?
where it's like in elementary, it's called explorations, and it's totally up to the teachers that want to choose what they do.
Yeah.
And for like the last couple of years, I do tunnel digging.
Yeah, nice.
So I'll take the kids to the big snow berm, and I'll teach them
Like how to make it higher,
how to make it higher, how to make the tunnel, how to connect the tunnel, how to make the
structurally
we go
sound
full Mario Brothers, dude.
That's awesome.
And the kids like we're outside all day, and that's like them like, listen, you're gonna be cold, we're gonna be outside all day,
Yep.
but you're gonna love it. Because once you connect and you get the kids in there and you got one in here and one on the other side, and then they finally see the light and they're just like, there he is. And they're like kicking and like just trying to make the holes. Yeah. There's still some of that a little bit.
I hope there is.
Yeah,
I hope there is, because that was like that class.
It's
was
going
like,
away though, man.
That class was the best thing for me, man. We did it was like one big trip every year that the class did if you stayed in it all year long. And then we did the whole Nancy Lake like
what?
Canoe system, like with all the
that's what you were talking about.
portages.
Yeah.
I floated the entire Moose River,
Yep.
like to the Kenai.
Yeah.
We did, what else did we do? We would go rappelling at McHugh Creek, like off the cliffs onto the highway, like 70-foot walls.
So is there like a
rappelling.
main coordinator or teacher or something that like led
Mrs.
that show?
Newman. I probably remember. I probably know the names of like 6 teachers in all of school combined. And I know Mrs. Newman. And she was like I remember, if I remember correctly, she was like I think she was like a skydiving instructor. So I think she did like tandems and like she could like teach people to get their A license. She was like coolest. It was the first year they ever had that class.
Yeah.
She just started it. And we did like so much rad shit.
Bet.
So much rad shit.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, floating the Moose River was like 5 days, like field trip, school field trip.
Yeah.
I mean, was it like fundraising to get that? Like
No, it was like paid for by the school.
the school.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just had to like sign a permission slip, and you had to
I
have like
raised the money
sleeping
for it.
bag and whatever. Like you had to
Couple of
bring a
basic
few of
things.
your things, but a lot of it was provided. I mean, we cross country skied, we did everything. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sprinkle it in, I'd say here and there, but it's not like
Yeah, you ain't going to the Moose River or McHugh Creek and rappelling anymore, I don't think.
Off the school, dude. Off of the school.
If the insurance risk assessment dude was there for that, he'd be like, oh,
yeah, that's a liability. You're gonna have to walk, buddy.
No.
You're gonna have to walk.
I,
But I will say, man, this rad girl, man, what was her name? Dang it. Which the last person I would ever think to pick me up was just some random girl by herself driving
Yeah.
from Soldana. Like the one rule, like your every dad probably tells
Like,
their
don't
daughter,
pick up a hitchhiker.
don't pick
you're
up
like,
some
you
fucking
need to keep
hitchhiker.
going.
Yeah. No, but she was like, I knew what you were doing. I've done it myself. She's like, I saw you with your waders, you know what I'm saying? And all your stuff in
Yeah.
your hand, like ready to go.
It's like you're just doing out there for your health. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, she knew you weren't like didn't have a sign like Fairbanks or bust.
Yeah.
She knew exactly what you were doing.
Yeah.
Thumb shuttle.
Thumb shuttle.
Yeah, I've never had to do that.
I do it every time. I've
This
gotten
is
a
normal.
ride from, and I always got stickers in my hand, and I give them something, you know. And I give every single person that needs a ride every time.
You know where you don't do that?
Where?
When you walk away from Ermine Hill and go for the Kasugi hike.
You don't get picked
Nah,
up?
people don't just pick you up like that. Especially when you're wearing flip flops and a tank top.
Like they're like,
Your
what
hat
is this guy
backwards.
doing out
It's
here?
like 85 degrees and you're walking around on the side of the highway. They're like, fucking weirdo.
What's this guy
I was like,
doing?
what? Then no one's gonna pick me up. Like I just figured I could just throw a thumb out. Somebody grab me. Oh yeah, he's a hiker. Drop him off up in the road. Like, no,
Oh, because you didn't look like a hiker.
no. I didn't look the part.
No. I think that's why I had my waders
Somebody
on.
with pity picked me up.
You're like,
Yeah.
this guy's gonna die.
Yeah,
He's in
and then
shorts
and then the
flip-flops.
guy's girlfriend was so mad. She's like, "You picked this fucking guy up." I was like, "I swear to God, man, I'm a good dude. My wife's right there. Just drop me
You're
off right here,
hitchhiking.
man." I'm
That's
not-
always the first thing. My
not
wife and
gonna try
kids
to
are
kill you
right up
guys.
there. Like,
When I was saying it, I was like, "Wow, I sound like the serial killer
Yeah, I ain't
hitchhiker
gonna
guy
murder
right
you.
now."
Hitchhiking can go the other way too, though.
Oh yeah, I was like, "Oh
like
man,
the
I'm not
hitchhiker
doing
can be
myself any
like,
favors.
oh shit, how bad do I really need a ride?
yeah.
How far is
That's
100
true.
miles anyway? I don't know if I want to get in with this guy.
They're like,
My
yeah,
boy Nate is
that
like,
door
he
handle
wanted to
doesn't
write a
work.
book. He wanted to write a book on like hitchhiking, like a guide.
Well, because he did it.
No, oh, Nate was a hitchhiking.
Like he like was like, "I'll meet you there in like a month," because he
Bro.
wanted to like.
He was living in Oregon. And I was living in Arizona, and he was like, "I'm coming down." Like, okay, when do you get here? When I get there. Like, literally hitchhike from Bend, Oregon to Phoenix. Like that was just
Whoa.
Nate. Nate would just do
That's
that.
real hitchhiking.
Nate would hitchhike in Mexico, dude.
Would that take him like a week?
I don't know. No, I think he was there in like 3 days.
Okay, yeah.
But he would
Whoa.
like that was just
Crispy.
him. Like Nate was like he would hitchhike everywhere.
This dude's a
dude.
certified paramedic now.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't he could probably write a book on like the crazy
Does he got kids?
Yeah.
Does he play soccer?
No.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
Nate,
that must be another guy that looks like Nate.
Nate don't play
No, but his
traditional
kids.
sports.
Does his kid play soccer?
Is he playing baseball? He could be. He's playing something. They live in Girdwood, so he'd be coming into town. But I thought he was playing baseball.
Okay. I thought I saw him the other day. It might have been baseball or soccer. I thought I saw him somewhere.
Nate lives out there?
Girdwood, yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. He built
I feel like I know Nate,
built his
but I
house.
never met Nate.
Oh, I've heard a lot about him.
You probably
I've heard
actually
a lot
have
about him.
met him.
I probably have met him,
I bet
actually.
you
Yeah.
actually have met him. Somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll meet him. Yeah.
Let's give a quick second here to give shout out to some
Round
more
two?
sponsors. Round 2. The Treehouse AK, your one-stop dispensary located at 341 Boniface Parkway. Be sure to ask the bud tender about their deal of the day, because honestly, there's always something good on deck. And guys, listen, this is where the culture lives. At the Treehouse, their dedication to servicing consumers has been developed through a lifetime of involvement in the cannabis culture. They're committed to providing the highest quality products at whatever value your budget affords, while always maintaining the deep-rooted principles that have carried them this far. Their focus is on relationships over transactions, and you can always depend on them to treat you with the respect you deserve. Hit them up at thetreehouseak.com, and remember, you must be 21 years of age to enter their store.
Tailored Restoration, 24-hour emergency home services, helping Alaskans restore their dreams since 1972. Services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, repair, and remodeling. Tailored has an emergency response number with trained professionals available to help you at any time, day or night. Give them a call in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Make an appointment today at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Since 2008, Serrano's is Anchorage's own new generation of old cocina. Their menu showcases the passion and love of their rich heritage and unique family recipes that have been passed down through the generations. Serrano's goal is to embrace and display trad flavors using the best ingredients that are available. They focus on making everything from scratch daily. In-house menu includes handcrafted corn tortillas, salsas, carne asada, and chorizo. But don't take their word for it. Experience their tradition and sabor for yourself. Locations on Tudor and Northern Lights, both with new tequila bars. Check out their daily specials at serranosmexicangrill.com.
The Connoisseur Lounge, located in the heart of Palmer, Alaska. The Connoisseur Lounge is Palmer's first locally owned and operated cannabis retailer. Their beautiful store is located at 226 Evergreen Avenue. The Connoisseur Lounge has exclusive cannabis products such as Snowcap Romance, Aurora Haze, Super Glue, and one of our favorites, Sugar Cookies. And if you're not into the flower, the Connoisseur can hook you up with edibles, vape supplies, and a ton of CBD options for all your health and inflammation needs. Check out their daily deals at theconnoisseurlounge.net, or even better, stop by the lounge today. Remember, you must be 21 years of age to enter their store.
Back at it.
Back at it. Oh, we had some of that Snowcap the other day, didn't we? Where are we at?
Yep.
That's tasty.
Yeah, on the Russian.
Yeah.
That's a hybrid.
This guy, man. So I told Chad, I said, I don't have a lot of, like, I was getting ready to go, and I had went with the whole family the weekend before, so we just, like, blew through hooks and weights.
Oh, okay.
Because, there's,
Oh, sure.
you
You're
go
changing hooks.
Yeah, they're changing hooks and stuff like crazy. So I tell Chad, I pull up and I'm waiting for him at Huffman. I'm like, oh man, I should run up real quick to Sportsman's. I'm pretty low on hooks and beads or weights. He's like, oh, I got a ton. Don't worry about it. All right. We bike all the way in there, huffing and puffing, get there, get all the stuff up. This dude just disappears for like 2 hours.
No, even better. I have like this little like
Just bailed on you.
hip pack, like serious, like 90s hip pack that my wife gave me. And I have like my lures and shit.
Is it hot pink?
Oh, yeah,
It's got
it is.
pink on it.
Yeah, it's a Cotopaxi one,
Yeah,
so it's
so
like
it's
8
like
different
bam.
colors.
Oh, okay.
It's got pink.
It's got
Baby
pink.
blue, purple.
Yeah, green, everything. It's a rainbow.
But it's just got like one little tackle box in it with like
Okay.
just,
It's your lucky
cohos
pouch.
and cohos and weights. That's it. And I was like, Daniel, even worse. Didn't just bail. I straight up was like, hey, if you need any tackle, it's right here in this backpack. So I have my backpack with me. And then like, he's like, cool. And then I think we smoke. And then I get up.
Yeah, the snow
And
cap
I'm
came
like,
out.
Snow cap on
I
there.
go like I'm gonna cross.
Got in the zone.
I was like, oh, I'm just gonna cross the river right here, and then I was like, went and looked, and there's these people standing there, and I was like, oh man, I was like, I'm just gonna go down to the next hole. So I go back, grab my backpack, and leave.
Oh shit!
And then he's fishing. I come back and he's like, yeah, man, I ran out of hooks. And I was like, oh, why didn't you grab some out of my backpack? I was like, oh, because I'm wearing it. That would be why. I told
you didn't catch any fish. I mean, why not?
I did tell you they're in here though, right?
Yeah. His other boy, he told his other boy too, because he was looking for him too.
I got all the tackle, boys.
I got all the tackle. You got to stay right next to me. No, I had like 3. I lost 3 like immediately. And then I ended up catching all my salmon with like a trout, because all I had was trout stuff. I just happened to have, I was like, all right, I'm just going to triple tie this on here so this thing doesn't get loose.
Just tied something
Just
up.
played all the fish just right so I didn't lose it.
Is your hooks just bending?
Yeah. I get 'em. I needed the ninja net.
Yeah,
man.
you did. Thanks a lot, Chad.
I went like a mile down the river too.
Yeah,
Just
one of the other, I think Elijah went to go like look for you. He's like, where'd he go? And he went, and then he came back, and I was like, he's like, I don't know where he went. And I had caught my limit. I was like, I'm gonna go find him.
Yeah.
And I was walking and walking.
Oh shit.
And walking.
Going down.
And I'm like, where is this guy, dude? This guy went deep.
Oh shit.
I ended up going, I don't know. He went like 3/4 of a mile.
He's a grayling.
Yeah, he's at Grayling. He's at the confluence.
Come back and goes like, dude, Sanctuary was on fire.
Oh, you guys needed hooks?
Along with my calves.
If I didn't have all these hooks in my pack, it wouldn't be so heavy.
Yeah, that's what he was like. Yeah, he's like, I ran out of hooks. I was like, oh, you mean these? Oh, you mean these gloves? I've had them in my pack the whole
My
time.
hands are sweating.
Oh, and then the other thing, like, all 3 of us are like filleting the fish like on some shitty rock.
Just doling your knife
Just doling it up like on the sand, on the rock, dude. And here comes Chad. He pulls out this big old
got a
like
board?
a board,
Yeah.
a straight cutting board. Like, oh,
with legs and shit.
he's like, oh, that's
No
nice.
legs. No legs.
He's got the fucking ninja table.
It's just like boom, fillet table, running
been
water, like
Got a
spray
pump.
nozzle,
He's rubbing lime on him.
It's just really strange.
vacuum
You guys didn't catch any
packer.
fish.
What have you guys been doing? What are you keeping your fish in? Oh, they look like they've been filleted with a hatchet because we've been on a rock.
Just took a sharp rock and we're just chopping the fish up.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that neither
good
of
old
those
days.
two had ever had ceviche.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, huh?
In your whole life, they're like 40 years old and never had ceviche.
And
They
they go
didn't
to-
even know what it was.
They go to sushi.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't even know what it was called?
They didn't even know what it was.
Never had it.
Oh, no shit. So they got a treat?
Yeah. And some tourists came by and
They
they had a
loved
treat
it.
too.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it was so
Loved it.
good.
I bet.
Yeah.
Like, you don't often walk across that.
No. Yeah.
No worms.
Yeah. We're worm free. Don't worry.
Worm free.
I did, because I realized that the knife I have sucks. The fillet knife.
We got an old Rapala
Nah.
with the tan handle.
No. It was
Those are good knives. You just gotta
That's
keep
a good
it
one.
sharp.
Yeah, that's a good one. But I don't know. Some guy convinced me. I don't know. I bought it from some guy online. Like he hooked me up like 2 for 1 or something. And it looked really cool. It's like Damascus, fucking blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, okay. And I should have known for the price, it was not going to be legit, and it's not. So I went and I just happened to go to Costco on Monday, and the Cutco dude is there.
Oh.
And he had the one. He's like, dude, we're always sold out of this. So I mean, I should have brought it in and show you guys. And it's the one that's
Pull it up.
Let me pull it up.
The
The
Cutco Nunu.
Do you guys have the Cutco like serrated?
No, that comes with it. That's what I got. I got it with
Skinner?
Yeah.
The double serrated skinner
Yes.
that they make?
Yes. Yes.
And you can only get it sharpened like during the fair. And you can only buy it during the fair.
Yep. Or they just replaced the whole thing for you. The
Yeah.
dude said.
You can send it in or you can get it. But dude, that thing will like go through 6 moose hides before it's like done.
No
Or
shit.
even starting to get dull. It's just crazy serration. And it stays. I mean, it's not like a finesse knife, but it goes like for doing hide.
Yeah, pulling big, massive
Hide.
strip. Is it that one? Because I have that one. I have the Fisherman's where it extends.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, the Fisherman's Solution.
Yeah. So it comes with this little thing here, and it extends from 6 to all the way to 9 inches out.
I think the one I have.
Oh, shit.
But it has
that's
an
the
orange
same.
handle. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It has the orange handle, and this little part. Actually, it's not showing it on this one.
You flip a little clip up. And
You
then it
you flip a
extends.
little clip up, and it extends.
Yep.
So right here they have like a little clip. It's almost reminds me of like the Paranta or the skinny
Avalon?
knife, the Havalon.
Yeah.
So you just replace the blades. It's like you can replace the blades and get extra ones. So this little part right here will flip out and go from 6 all the way to 9 inches. There's like a little clip that goes right here. And then this thing right here is supposed to, I don't want to go over. This thing right here is like supposed to, so you can hold the fish.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
So you can like clip it,
onto its
clamp
like
it on.
fins or gills or
Yep.
whatever.
And then they had the package that comes with that double serrated knife.
So
that
go to
you're
the
talking
far
about.
right. Go to the far right, and then there's a sharpener built in on the side.
Yep.
So if you're really dialed in with this knife, you can.
And this little
slice and
this
dice.
little thing right here is like a line cutter.
Yeah, the
Yep.
notch.
So you can. Yep.
Yeah.
Multi-use.
So they were selling the whole thing, that knife and the serrated one.
Skinner.
That thing's that thing is badass, dude. I was just like holding that thing. I was like, well, this thing is legit.
Yeah.
For like, I don't know, $120.
Oh, that's nice because that
good
knife's
deal.
110. Right
Yeah, it was a double for $120. He's like, I think I bought the last one that he had.
Oh,
He's
okay.
like, he's like, we come up here and these things are gone in like,
Yep.
Do they
day.
have that serrated one on here?
I'm sure they do. Let's see.
That's a good knife. Mine's dull now, and it's like really shitty. I don't. I can sharpen it for
Outdoor
like.
knives, yeah.
I can sharpen it for like a fish, and then it sucks. It's like I can't get it like. But I'm not very good at sharpening knives.
It's
So
the same as that gut hook one, but
Yeah, they don't have it on here.
it
But yeah, it is
maybe
like,
it has the gut hook now.
oh
no, mine
right.
didn't have the gut hook. Oh no. Yeah, it is just like that, but without the gut hook.
Yeah, it's just a drop point
Mm-hmm.
with the serration.
Serrated.
Oh, I bet you if you go on the drop note, you bet you can pick. Yeah, blade. See, double
Okay, yep.
D edge. Yeah, that's it.
There it is.
Yep, but with the orange handle.
Damn, that
Yeah.
just looks like a fucking steak knife on steroids.
Oh, dude, that thing is like
Holy mother
legit.
of God.
Yeah, and I used Joe's when I went on the Upper Kenai. Joe had the Cutco, and he was showing me because I was like, "Oh, I got this fucking fancy thing." He's like, "Oh, I only fuck with this." So I used his because he had it out, and then I used mine like the next weekend. I was like, "Oh, this thing sucks, dude. I got to
Yeah.
get one of those other ones." And he was showing me how it worked, and I just happened to walk into Costco, and the dude, I was like, "You don't even got to sell me, dude. I already want it.
Here's
Just
my
put it in the
Visa."
basket."
I've been
dude.
looking for you.
Yeah. He was like gonna tell me his whole spiel. I was like, I already want it. Just
Yeah.
so in the
Don't worry
bag now.
about it.
Tell me what is it? What do I got here? I already know I want it.
Yeah.
So happy Father's Day.
I like
guess.
the orange handle.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, you saw that.
Oh
On your
yeah,
bed.
dude.
Yeah.
How
Like,
long I
where's-
looked for my knife?
Fuck, dude. It wasn't
20
until like
minutes?
the end of the end that it finally popped up. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
oh,
gave
there
up on
is.
it. I was like, all right, we'll get all this cleaned up, and then I'll just like look for it.
Yep.
And there it was. Thank
Yeah,
God.
I'm like a huge fan of anything like that, just being bright if you can.
Yeah, and it's forever. I mean, you send it back,
tried
they
to
give you
buy
another one. So you're saying at the fair that they actually have a booth? You
Yeah.
get them sharpened?
Yeah.
Because that's what I did here. Like, to get them sharpened is kind of a bitch. Northern Knives doesn't do that. They got to.
That serrated one?
No,
Not that
only
one?
Cutco can do that. It's like a special serration. That double D or whatever they call it. It's like,
A patent deal.
yeah, it's.
But the fillet knife.
Oh, the fillet
They
knife. Yeah,
could do-
for
they
sure,
could-
for sure,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, anywhere can sharpen that. You can
Okay.
sharpen that.
Yeah. But the double one.
Yeah, and maybe they're, I don't know, maybe they're a Cutco dealer down there, so maybe
I
they
think
could.
they are.
They could be, and maybe
think
they
they
can
are.
sharpen it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I take all
They're
the
pretty
hot dog
talented, that place.
Yeah,
I
they're
like
cool.
their stuff.
Yeah, they got cool stuff in there.
Shit, I
I've
got-
bought in, I think I bought in a couple people their brand of knives as a gift. The three dogs, I think, is their brand. They make some knives. They make like 3 different styles. One's
Yeah.
a pretty nice. They're heavy. They're like, you're giving that shit like 5 generations deep. That thing will last. Like they're heavy shank. Like they're a
It's a
utility.
real knife.
Yeah, it's not a like skinny knife. It is a knife.
Right. everyday bushwhacker.
You hammer that thing into a freaking concrete building and use it to stand on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like they're thick.
Would you take that double serrated one on a sheep hunt? Or overkill? That's more moose
I don't
style.
think you need it on a sheep hunt. Yeah, just when you're doing like big stuff where you're cutting a lot of hide and fur.
Okay.
That,
A bear probably be good for a bear.
That Avalon Barracuda.
That
big
was the
one. That's the
idea I
big
had
one.
with that one. That one's nice, man. That's long.
You put the
Replaceable on there.
yeah, it's like a fleshing knife blade, but it fucking skins.
Oh, is it like got a big end? Like
Yeah, it's like 5 inches, 5.5 inches long. So it's like a Avalon knife. And the Barracuda now comes with like a serrated blade, a fillet replacement.
Yeah.
They have the full thing.
Avalon's nice. I just hate. I've seen people break them
Yeah.
off in meat, and then like you don't know where the blade
Oh
is.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you definitely could break it off.
And then
And it's
like,
not easy to get them off.
being
either.
around it, like man, you nick someone.
Yeah, that
dude,
one
they're
right there.
cut bad.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that one.
I've been really, really
The Blaze.
stoked on that Montana knife company knife I have.
Yeah, that's
that I
pretty
almost
nice,
lost.
man.
Did you ever end up getting the one you were trying to?
No.
That you were trying to get? They're sold out, of course.
Yeah, their
Yeah.
site crashed.
Yeah.
That's
really?
the that's why I have the one I have is a black handle. Like they have a black and orange handle.
Oh.
That's what I want.
Yep.
But it wasn't like their stuff is like a release and you have to be on there immediately. And then the site crashed when I tried to just buy the knife I've been waiting for like 3 months.
It's like the Russian River campground. You have to be on at 6 a.m.
Just the site crashes.
Their shit's like sold out in like 2 minutes.
I've never even been on it. Never even tried to
They
get a
make good
campsite.
stuff. Oh, that?
Oh, that.
Yeah, that whole thing
It's a nightmare, dude.
seems like it's like not.
My dad was telling me that he has some dentist buddies that do it, and they're like super coordinated and with like the most
like-
powerful,
they're like,
fastest internet
click,
they can
click,
get.
click, like renew.
Yep.
By several
Refresh,
different
refresh.
Yeah,
companies at the
they
same
do a
time.
whole setup, dude, where they're just like 4 of them, and they're just buying like all the spots.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous, man.
that's what it comes down to.
That's what it is now. You have to have the
some
fastest
spots.
internet to get the spot at the Russian.
The red package.
It seems like
The red package.
it seems pretty ridiculous in Alaska, right? Like that's like reality for like the rest of the U.S.
Yeah.
as far as like hunting and fishing.
To get the spot.
That's reality.
Up here, we're like,
literally
what?
like they gotta like hey man, we gotta go talk to that farmer before anyone else does,
Yeah.
so we can hunt his land. Like that's life
Like years in advance.
for like people hunting outside of here. So if you're doing it here, I don't know. It's like ordering salmon at a restaurant. I can't do it.
I can't do
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Never
I
have, never
cannot.
will.
I know it's gonna be good.
Oh,
I know they're gonna cook it. They're
always
probably
looks
gonna
great.
cook it better than I'm gonna cook it.
Yeah.
But I
Totally.
can't do it because I live here and I can go get that
Yep.
by myself. So to like
Or fill your
sit
freezer
on a
full of it.
computer to get a campsite, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna refuse. My wife would have to really put like my whole family's coming up. There would need to be a pretty good speech for me to be like, all right, I'm gonna
Yes.
give it a shot.
I get that. If everyone, you got family visitors coming up, you got to lock it in. But now it's become a thing where dudes do it and they buy 4 spots, and then you get the call up like, "Hey,
Yeah.
we got 2 spots open. These guys aren't coming. Are you down?" Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take it.
you're just on the reserve
I'm on the reserve
list.
And I'm good with that.
That's probably the better place to be.
It is, because now I was telling my dad, I was like, "Well, tell all your dentist buddies just keep it up and just let us know when dudes cancel."
Well, hey man,
Yeah.
shit happens. People got stuff that comes up, or how easy is it to pre-commit to something like, "Oh, I'm in."
I commit to everything.
Oh, my kid's got a fucking
And you got to commit
tournament.
like in October.
yeah, and it's like
For June.
put me on there for now, and I'll get back to you.
Yeah, here's my credit card.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Well, that's how I got the. I was inviting you
I
to.
thought that's what you were
to
going
the
to
Russian River.
segue into.
Yeah,
I mean, I would normally not go to the Russian that time of year to go camping,
yeah.
but I'm like, I've never set a tent up in that campsite, and if you got a spot, I'll come.
Yeah,
Because I've never done it. Because it's like,
It's
Oh,
really
shit.
cool. We
Oh,
grew
we
up
can bring
there.
the bikes and the kids and the whole.
Yeah.
Oh man,
We can bike to the falls.
I have fished and walked to the campground a million times and been like, oh man, it's be so fucking cool to camp here.
I've never camped in a campground there. I've camped in Overflow.
I think I camped there too.
I've camped in Overflow numerous times, but I've never camped in a thing.
Yeah.
But that's like, that falls along the line, like what you're saying, like somebody did the work for you. That's like, you know what's better than owning an ocean boat?
Yes.
Having a best friend who owns an ocean boat.
Yeah.
Because you don't got to fucking maintain it.
Yep.
You don't got to like have to take it out. You can go whenever it's Bluebird.
Yep. And they're calling you like, hey.
Yeah.
So it's
Yep,
like,
I'll throw down on that. I'll buy that spot from you. Yeah.
and I'll definitely come camp at the Russian if you reserve.
Now, I will say
like,
this,
man,
and I don't mind blowing it up because I know people won't do it, but if you go to the Russian River right after the season closes, like September, you got the entire place to yourself.
And
you can choose any of the campgrounds, and it's so fun to go down there and
Trout for
and
days.
fish for trout. And even with kids, there's all the reds are in there, but they're all red.
Yeah.
And they can
That
just
second
snag
run.
and
Yeah, the
snag
second
and
run.
snag and all day because it's perfect because they're snagging and you're like,
Right in the mouth, right?
right, no, on the river, on the Russian.
Yeah.
or-
You snag the fish right in the mouth.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're,
Glossy.
yeah, but they're fishing for reds just to feel it. You know what I'm saying? But you have that entire campground to yourself, dude. You can get like the primo number 38 king salmon or whatever. That's like the prime, or even Quartz Creek, the ones that are by the lake.
Oh man.
You can get any of those spots at that
We used
time.
to camp there and never have to like put a reserve on a spot.
Yeah,
Show up at 5 o'clock
no more.
Friday night.
You got to reserve it October 8th and freaking
The year
6 a.m.
before?
Yeah. That's
crazy.
ridiculous.
No, that's cool. I mean, people ain't gonna go out there, man. They got September. People ain't camping in September.
No, they're hunting.
Yeah.
Hunting, or if you're just not like, if you're a camper, you're not a hunter or a fisherman, you're an outdoorsman, you like to throw a tent in your car and go camping. Like, September can be a pretty risky proposition as far as being a wet, miserable experience.
Yeah.
So people just aren't, hence going to the Russian in September.
That damn
as
is the
Daniel
most
said, like,
beautiful
oh, you
time
got
of
it to
year,
yourself, but it's like, I mean, it could be.
Or even early is nice too. If you go that first weekend in June or any of them in May.
Oh yeah,
There's
yeah,
no
before
one
it
there.
blows
There's
up.
no one charging. There's no one doing
Yep.
anything. You just
Yep.
go in there and,
And then
choose
the
a
trout
spot.
are real hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fun to do.
good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like have the conversation with wifey, but I'm pretty sure that's something I'll be down for, just because I've never done it.
Yeah, you guys should come. We were supposed to do a family Eureka trip, but I don't know if my machine will be here yet. So, and once I got the spot, you just don't say no when someone's like, "Hey, I have a double spot at the Russian.
Yeah,
you
no.
want it?" They're like, "Yep, yep."
Oh,
I do."
let me get back to you in a week or two. Like, no.
No, I was like, yes. And then if I don't take it, I could be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
Chad, I got the spot."
Yep.
We've been doing that family Eureka for like Labor Day weekend. Is that Labor Day? September? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That Labor Day and just looking for moose.
Is it really crowded though?
Kinda, but
I mean, Moose opens on the 1st.
It's probably more crowded.
Caribou
the
has already
opener
been
of the
open.
Caribou, the 10th.
we literally stay like right on the like trail. Right at the
Oh, you go
Nocino.
where I met you at?
Yeah, exactly. Where you camp.
Yeah.
We go there for
For Memorial? I mean, Labor Day?
yeah.
That's nice.
That's got to be a blast.
Yeah, because you can glass that
dude.
whole area. You can get around to anything. And there's always always pulled a spike fork out of there. Someone did.
Yeah.
And it's not
Every
too
year.
far in. You can just bring all the,
And you see a ton
All the
of
fun
moose.
stuff.
Oh, you can bring everything.
yeah.
Have a super big camp, tons of firewood.
What was that tent you brought out? That wasn't the same one.
No,
That was like a big old beast.
that was my
The
Anilac?
the
my
Teton?
wife's stepdad.
Okay.
He like left it here. He took it on the Kenai for this like thing. It was not. It was just some Cabela's tent thing.
Okay.
Single wall, not good.
Not like that Teton.
No, the canvas tent's pretty nice.
Teton.
Teton. Is that what it is?
Yeah. The
Oh, shit.
Teton Mountains.
Teton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teton National Park.
It's funny. My cousin Phil has a Teton. Well, he hasn't been bringing it the last couple of years because we've scolded him enough. He's got the Teton pad, but it's like the size of 2 Wiggy's sleeping bags. So it's like, man, this is not space efficient, Phil. I'm glad you're comfortable, but
Yeah.
it's like,
We got to fit 3 more guys in there.
this thing is like needs a 55-gallon drum trash bag to like cover it.
Oh, when you got moose cam's different, man.
Yeah.
I know. I mean,
Hey,
I
I
feel
bought
like,
a pad
bring-
today.
I feel like you should tell us fuck off. I'm bringing my pad, and I'm like, I would be like, cool, man.
Boys,
I'm
I
gonna
bought
still
the
talk
widest, biggest, thickest pad today.
The
Just
Thermarest?
for moose, and for this, I'm gonna debut it this weekend.
It's almost like a full,
It's like
full size
4 inches thick, just like huge.
Thermarest.
No, I think it's
I have a Neo. That's a double. It's memory foam inside.
yeah,
Wow.
it's like that. But it's
You
a Nemo.
blow it
Mine's
up?
Nemo.
Nemo.
It's a Nemo. Yeah. Oh, I might have got the same one.
For 2 people?
No, it's a one.
Mine's my whole truck bed.
Oh no, it's not that big.
But I'm taking it. I'm taking it to moose camp. I'm taking it.
Wait,
for,
what?
I'm gonna take it like for this first sheep hunt, like when we have out there,
Oh,
because
so
you
you're
can
gonna
take
bring
heavy
that?
stuff because you're in side by side.
Oh, right.
I'm bringing it.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, and this, I mean, it
It's
packs,
like a double bed.
like it's still the other ones we used to do. You have one too, the old Thermarest, and you just roll them up, and they're like this wide.
Yeah.
and they're like that.
Yeah, mine's
This
even like a regular. It's not
Oh.
even that big.
Okay, yeah, but this one is this big,
Yeah.
but it still like folds out and just blows
shit.
up to this freaking thing, dude. It's
Completely
huge.
off the ground. Just like
Oh yeah, dude. I bought my wife one, like the regular one, because she's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, this pad, I don't know." Because we had
her
like a
hips digging
mountain, we had like a mountain pad, like you
Yeah.
know, light and tight. So I ended up buying her the Wiggies
nice.
and this
Yep.
pad, so there's no more complaining.
Right.
And then I was like looking at her, and she's like laughing at me because I'm like down, and she's like way up here, like looking at me because I'm using her old pad because mine broke, and I didn't want to bring the sheep one out, you know.
Right.
And I was like, all right, I'm buying the big boy. You want to laugh?
I'll be over here.
So now this weekend I'm gonna be just
It's like R10 insulation. and like,
Just lay it down on an icy lake and be like, ah.
yeah. I just brought
so
the Casper
cozy.
mattress out. just bought the box and just gonna open it up.
purple. What's in that box? Don't worry about it.
Comfort is in this box.
It just stays out there. You can't put it
Why
back.
is that?
in the
Why
box.
is your bedroll vacuum packed? Don't worry
Well,
about it.
and next level is you put that over a cot. So you like, put
You know,
that
I thought
on the
about
cot.
that. I was like, man, this thing might be too wide for the cot, dude.
Oh, shit.
Like you got. Do you guys roll the cot?
We do sometimes. Like me and the wife and the kids will be in the middle. Only really if it's like September and it's late and it's cold.
Do you use it for hunting?
Moose.
Not sheep.
No, dude, no way. You bring a cot on sheep hunting? The little one?
Yeah, I have a little one. It's pretty light.
I don't know. I bring creamer instead.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, everyone has their vice, man. I 100% agree. We
about
bring
the same size as
chocolate
that.
and smoked Gouda.
Oh, that's right, man.
2
I
baby
have
bottles
a
of
massive
creamer.
amount of salami. So it's just like,
Creamer
You guys
is
want some meat in your
creamer is
sandwich?
pretty nice.
I gotta have it, dude.
Well, though anything that can make you more comfortable for at any amount of time
Yep.
is needed. So like the cot is
That makes a lot of sense.
it
Oh,
can
man.
change the game.
a lot of longevity. And
Because
like,
sleep and then that coffee, dude, and you're good.
I don't take it sheep hunting though. I was just joking.
Yeah, that'd be funny. I see Brandon bringing one.
I'd rather have an extra meal or something.
last I checked, last time I spent the night with you in a tent, you were on a cot the first night. I wasn't. And then you ditched it.
Well, technically, that sheep hunting's different. Did
Just
I ditch
saying.
it?
Yeah, you got rid of it. You put it away.
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was or like you weren't comfortable
And
or
I
something.
felt bad for you.
It might have been that. I thought it was that.
It was
gotta suffer with this
It was
guy.
a guilt thing.
And I'm like, I'm good, chilling. I mean, thought I was going to pack
See,
it
that
up.
could be one of those like I'm so competitive that like
You're like,
I just
oh,
don't
no,
even
no,
I don't
no.
even know that I did that. But I
like,
was like,
oh,
oh,
I'm
this
not.
dude's sleeping on the ground.
Oh,
So am I.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna put Legos under my shit.
And I'm looking at his shit. I'm like, well, I would have brought a cut.
didn't know we were going. Lose something.
I was trying to be as light and tight as I possibly could.
Yeah.
But when we brought the 4-man tent, though,
Yeah,
that
we
shit
had a
was
huge
cozy.
tent. We had a cooler, man.
I know. And beer.
Oh,
Fucking beer.
And I didn't have my cot. Come on.
Not Jack's dehydrated beer either.
No.
Real beer.
Oh.
In a can.
Miller
Real
Lights.
yeah.
All right, man. Hey, I will next time. It's the protocol. My cot can make it up there. I will. I
Yeah.
would. So,
I mean,
it would be good to have that camp. And
Well, if
then,
you go
like, biv
ATV
later.
and you have that camp, and then
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you can biv out.
Yeah, from there, you're not taking a cot.
Fuck no.
have you seen any new teepees?
No.
Just the same ones.
But I want one. Because I love that canvas tent I have, but I just don't know if it can handle like a fog neck wind.
Yeah. Pretty questionable.
I mean, I've had that.
That Teton
I've
you're
had that.
talking
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know what I was thinking, man? If I end up going with you guys
I wouldn't.
to
The
that,
material could do
It's,
it.
it's booked, by the way.
I know
official.
you told me that. What were you guys? If you don't get the cabin, what was the plan on the tent?
I'm
Tent.
probably not going to get it.
What tent? You haven't thought about that yet.
I have.
I think if I go with you guys, we just bring Carlos 8-man
Kafaru?
Kafaru.
So I was
Oh, that
wondering.
would be
I,
money.
I,
TP, dude. You
So
would be living.
I was going to ask if I could somehow maybe get a hold of that or get one.
and he's
Eric-
and the stove.
Eric
right? To dry
has
it
an
out?
Arctic oven.
Yeah,
Eric has an Arctic oven. So I was going to bring that.
with the stove.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd
So
be money.
and I was going to bring an Alaska guide to sleep in, or
The trifecta.
well, I'm no 2.
Okay, one or
But,
two.
yeah.
Okay. One to like hang out and dry the shit out, and one to sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that was the ideal.
I would just bring one.
If you bring, just
Yeah,
either.
I mean I would
yeah.
rather just bring like the Arctic oven.
because
or
we'll,
the
we'll
Kafaru.
wrap it with like a bear fence.
Yeah, that was the
And
intent.
I don't know how much we can fit in the bear fence.
Yeah,
But it's kind of nice to have it if you're going to be away from it.
But that 8-man is huge, dude.
Oh, the bear fence will go around that, but 2 tents.
It's like the
that
size of
Kafara
this.
would probably be the move.
Yeah.
Be that teepee. Because then everybody can put cots on the edges.
Mm-hmm.
And be
We
off the
can be
ground.
protected though, because like we can go.
I'm bringing my
like where
cot.
the cabin is.
Yeah. Yeah. I
What's
figured
the
we'll
what's
figure it
the
out.
what's the Arctic oven he has? The big one.
Mm-hmm.
The big monster one.
He's got like a 12.
Wes has.
Oh,
one,
okay,
too.
that's huge. Your boy, when we went out on that caribou hunt, when he was out there with his daughters, his was
that
legit,
Ben?
dude. That thing was huge. No, it wasn't
Yeah.
Ben. It was the other dude.
Yeah, Ben doesn't have Arctic. Ben would
It
never.
was the other guy. His
Yeah,
all
his buddy who works for Snap on. I forget his name.
Oh yeah, his was really nice. He had
He
like
had
the cots in there, like the not the
The
cots,
bunk beds?
the bunk beds in there for the
Yeah.
girls on the one
Trying
side.
to get a bunk bed for the kids.
Well, he had like little
They
kids.
sell those at Costco.
Do they really?
Yeah, that exact
Oh, no
one.
shit.
Yeah.
That
and they
double
and they
stack?
and they, yeah, and they pack up into it because we use that in Arizona when we go. It looks like a cot.
Yeah,
Mm.
Chambers has those for his.
I always had it to
Huge
be
wall
like the
tent.
size of like a pack and play. Like if you ever packed around a kid,
Yeah,
and you pack
yeah,
around a pack and play, it's
yeah.
like the square.
And you could sleep in that thing too.
Oh,
like
for
it's
sure.
big
Yeah,
enough.
why not?
It's like 6 foot.
Mhm.
And there's, I mean, I'd probably sleep on the top, but like you could save a lot of space
Yep.
if you.
At least
That
for
thing's
the
kind of
kids.
heavy though.
Yeah, I was thinking just like truck camping,
Yeah.
Cadillac glamping, not
It's
not
pretty heavy.
rugged shit, not like putting it in the side by side or the
Yeah.
meat wagon. But
What TP were you thinking about getting? Have you gone that far yet?
I mean, either Seek Outside or Kafaru would be like where I've looked.
Have you looked at the
Stone Glacier has that 8-man tent that you can also make floorless. It's not a teepee, but it's like a little burlier.
can you get that?
that thing's?
That was like
spendy,
a back
too.
order or something.
It's hard to get. Like you can get it though. I mean,
It's
you'd
like
that thing
five,
looks
$5
cool.
grand or
it
something.
would take
like
you.
that.
It'd take you a minute. You'd have to wait for sure, but
Yeah, that thing's bad.
they sold, right? They got bought out, so maybe their production will go up. Who knows?
Yeah, I think Seek Outside is. It's a good one.
I mean that
Black Diamond's done it, man.
That Mega Light
That
is
Mega- that-
kind of like hard to
beat, dude. Hard
Yeah,
to
but
beat.
if I'm gonna go to a teepee, I'm going big enough that I got like a stove and
yeah,
Oh,
they
right,
don't have
right.
the stuff.
like I'm
Okay,
going that
mhm.
route.
Yeah.
Like if I'm doing it, if I'm going to a single wall tent, I want a stove.
That's the point of it.
Yep.
You got to. What about
that's a spike. That's a spike.
Yeah. What about the sawtooth?
Yeah, that's great too.
That was
like
pretty legit.
for two dudes for sure.
Two guys only, man. That thing
can't
with two cots and the whole thing.
Well, even the teepee's 2 dudes, really.
I don't know. It's hard for me to go away from Hilleberg for like 2 people.
Yeah.
I'll just stay in my Hilleberg, and it's not spacious, but that thing is a bomb shelter. Like nothing mess with it. I've been in gnarly.
They don't sell like a 6-man, huh?
They make a couple big ones.
Because I know the Cafaro goes from that sawtooth to the 8-man. Is there a 6-man? That would be perfect.
They used
for
to have
3
a few.
dudes.
They used to have a 6-man, an 8-man, and a 12-man.
No shit.
That 12-man is gonna be huge. Let me
the 12-man is massive, but I think they reduced their what they have. Seek Outside has changed their format too. Like you can't get all the stuff in the Dyneema anymore.
Oh, really? Because it's hard to get. That's what Joe Peters was saying is like.
I guess, but Dyneema is like that fabric's super badass.
Let's see what we got.
Go on shop.
So looks like Cafaro is like building a new building.
Yeah, they're moving to Wyoming, right?
Moved to Wyoming.
Yeah, so they're temporarily out of serve. Are they just like down and out right now?
They're like 12 weeks. They said.
Okay.
Yeah. See, there's only 2 now. There's an 8-man and a sawtooth. Like go to the teepees. See, 8-man sawtooth. It used to be a 6-man, 12-man, 8-man.
Yep.
Sawtooth. There was another bear tooth or something.
The 8-man's pretty legit. Carlo's been having that. He ended up buying the inner.
Yeah, the mosquito net thing.
The mosquito thing there.
Yeah, I'd get that. I'd get all the
insulation.
Yep.
I mean, not insulation, but for that, like
how many
condensation.
How many men were comfortable in that?
4 cots, no problem.
You and the Peters brothers, right? All in that thing?
No. Man, I would say 3.
So what was the arrangement?
Because you because you have the door, which no one can really be in the door, and you have 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
like a U shape. Especially if you got the stove in the middle. If you didn't have the stove, then you could do whatever. But you have the 2 and then the 1 guy on that far side because you need that entryway to get in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Even the 8-man's only really for 3 dudes.
For 3 guys.
But if it's like a hangout place, and if you're not sleeping, if that was the idea,
camp chairs or something.
Yeah, then you could
maybe get 6 guys in there.
Yeah, you'd be like in here like this, dude.
Yeah, hanging around in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you have the stove in there blazing.
Yep.
Cooking there and do it all.
I mean, 4 guys could probably sleep in there with like
you
nice
could
air
do
pads easily, right?
Oh, 100%. Oh, 100% you could do that.
You know,
you can even squeeze the cot in like when you're gonna go to sleep.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? Just put it there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's out of the way of the door until you're going to sleep.
Because I want to say there's 2 zippers. There's one on the back side too.
So you can make it work.
Yeah, you could definitely make it work.
I think we're going to get the cabin and we don't even need to worry about it.
That'd be cool. That's what the gal said too.
Well, that's the flip. The 9th is like when it changes season.
That's what she said too. She's like, that's that time, and she's like, you'd be surprised. I was like, all right, man.
Just gotta get there on the 8th. Mm-hmm. Go in there and be like, hey, I think you dropped this $100 bill.
Oh,
this must be yours.
Yeah. Should you get us
there you go.
It's definitely not mine.
I would think,
but since you asked, yes, we would love to be the first people to the cabin.
That's where we want to be.
We'll be here at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
I would think that the Arctic oven that big boy would be the one, but that thing is massive.
Yeah, it's heavy. I think it's that one.
Oh, I didn't know they sold teepees too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Eric was giving me shit. I asked him if I could borrow it this last week, and he didn't say yes.
They got the 10.
But I was kind of like, I think maybe he has the 8. He has the 8-man.
With the vestibule.
Yeah,
the vestibule is money.
Yeah, he's got that.
Things are like 180 pounds.
That thing is huge. It literally was like a barrel.
Wes has one too.
He's got either the extreme.
See, I like the oven ones without the vestibule.
Yeah, like that.
Because the vestibule is kind of like your Cabela's, where like you kind of have to like crawl out. Like you can't avoid getting wet if it's wet.
Because you're going under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The vestibule is nice because you can stand
Or
up.
you can just walk straight out. See, the 10 is just a 4-person.
Arctic oven with the vestibule. Arctic oven 10. Whew.
There's a 12.
12. Look at this thing.
Okay. Damn, that's it. Right there. What's up with that far right photo?
That's for like 6 people, I bet.
Wow. Probably.
Look at how much it weighs, though. Go to that. Specs.
It's 80 pounds.
I didn't even put it on there.
No,
78 pounds.
It's 80 pounds.
80-pound tent.
78
Fuck,
packed
dude.
weight, including 10 pulls.
When it's like full blown home base, though, man, it's
Yeah,
what else, man? You know,
that's true.
I think our moose tent's like 60.
60 pounds?
Yeah.
What do you guys rock?
That
Walter?
no, that Instinct 8, the Cabela's.
You think
So
it's 60 pounds?
It is 60. It's like 62 pounds. Is
Damn,
the weight?
That Arctic oven is dope.
Yeah, that's a nice tent though, man.
For
It's,
20 pounds more.
It's like a Kwanzaa hut. It has a stove
Stove jack?
jack and the whole thing too. I'm not saying it's Arctic oven, but it's like it's got load straps for snow, and like you strap it on the outside and you buckle the ridge straps in the middle.
Yeah.
So if like the weight of the snow, falls on it.
That material of this, that
Yeah,
orange material, dude, is like
Yeah,
durable.
heavy duty.
Oh, you can burn like matchsticks in an oven.
Well, now they have, your homie had the one, it wasn't even,
They're
it was
insulated,
gas.
Yeah, you can get gas.
He has gas.
Oh,
He
no
brought
shit.
the propane and it was gas.
But you just do like Wes does, and you just like take lighter logs and just like saw them in pieces with a sawzall.
Where
Like
you just
pots.
burn,
Like
burn
tops.
little chunks.
Yeah, dude, because you'll get cooked out.
Oh
of that
my
motherfucker
God,
immediately. Like they're so like you get 4 people in there just breathing.
Probably almost
Oh, it's hot.
It's
rarely
hot as
have
hell.
to even
Yeah.
like fire that up unless it's wet as fuck.
Yeah, unless you're trying to dry stuff out,
Yeah,
or unless you're
dude.
trying to get the
Russ had one. We stayed at it in Hatchers. It did unbelievably well, and like the wind was fucking horrific.
yeah.
Oh,
And it did amazing, but he put like just a couple 2x4s in there, and I was like, dude,
It's
Yeah.
too hot. You
I
gotta
was
go
laying
outside.
on top of my shit like against the tent,
Yeah.
like trying to
Full
get like,
ayahuasca.
the
Just go
tent to
full
be cool.
ayahuasca.
Yeah, full on.
just door open in the front.
Yeah, that's how it was when we first took on the sheep, not the sheep, the moose float. Oh my God,
Brought a
you got
bunch
that
of
thing
wood to
raging, dude. Oh, dude, you couldn't even go in the tent for 2 hours because it was so hot, dude.
I feel like that's just my sleeping bag. Period.
Oh, it's just
I
blazing.
feel like that every time I'm with, well, anyone really.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
I've
feel
seen
like
you bundle. I've looked over and seen you like head in your bag,
Yeah,
and I got like one leg out.
yeah.
I'll look over at Nate, and Nate will be like, he'll get out in the morning, and he's like fully clothed, like boots on and shit.
That
And he's
last
like,
morning,
damn, it was cold. I'm just like, I'd been
Yeah.
sleeping like in my boxers with my leg hanging out of
it's
this.
just hot.
Hot all night. Feels so bad. Next night, like looking over at him, he's just like cold as
Oh
shit.
man,
It's like, damn, what do you got for a sleeping bag?
what do you got? You sleep hot though.
I sleep
hot.
super hot.
I did too.
I don't know what it is. They don't make it anymore. I know that. It was like one of the first brands ever to have like treated down, like the waterproofing down stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the name of the company. I bought it like 10 years ago, but it's like a neg 30 bag.
Oh, that's.
Oh, you're bringing it up to the mountain, and it packs down that good?
Yeah, I literally was like, man, I really should stop carrying this thing. It's got to be heavier than. But I have another like marmot bag that's like a 0 degree bag, and I like weighed them,
Did you bring that on the bear
and it
hunt?
was like,
Did you have that in the cabin?
yeah, I just
Yeah.
brought that marmot one,
Okay.
and it was like 2 ounces different, and I was like, dude, I'm just gonna stick with what I got.
Yeah, you know you're good with it.
It's
Yeah,
called
no shit.
Backside. That's what it's called. The Backside. That was the brand name.
Backside's never cold.
Yeah, the Backside. They ain't around no more.
I did get a little chilly on that last night.
With the Wiggies?
Well, it was just, you know what? It snowed.
But that's
It
a 20
snowed and
degree
got
though.
cold. 15.
That Wiggies is 15.
15. Yeah. I mean, it's all dependent on how you go to bed and your gear and all that. I'm not never hanging my leg out with that bag.
Yeah.
Ever. 30 below though. I mean, that's a gangster bag.
Oh,
I mean, the zero bag is warm.
Yeah, I've been in like pretty cold temps and still like I don't know if I've ever zipped it all the way.
Right. I've shivered a little.
But it's real nice to be comfortable.
Yeah, it is.
That's one thing you don't want to slack on is that sleep and that creamer. That coffee. However you like your coffee.
And boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, coffee creamer, comfort.
Yeah.
And Gold Bond.
Gold Bond for sure.
The non-medicated one. If you can find it.
The TMI, no?
Careful with the icy hot.
That's right.
Careful with the icy hot.
All right, boys, good to go?
Yeah, man. I mean, you want to keep going? Or ciders are empty. Probably be a good time to close it out.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in tonight, Chad.
Yeah.
I was telling him earlier when we were at the shovel, I was like, man, you are the most dependable last-minute guest invitee we possibly have, dude.
Yeah, never have anything going on.
He's like, he literally said, I got nothing else going on tonight. I was like, perfect. We've got something for you to do tonight.
I can find something to do.
Well, we were trying to go shoot some arrows.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if I could just like squeeze out here at like 5:30, jam over there, meet him. I was like, man, it'd be a lot cooler if we just did the podcast tonight. Didn't have the running around.
Yeah.
And then you threw the shovel in. I'm like, oh, brilliant.
We should go out. We should go out to that Screaming Eagle.
Yeah,
I've never been to their spot.
We should. Yeah, we should. Yeah. And speaking on that, we have Chris from Screaming Eagle coming up.
Chris?
Alderman, I want to say the last name is. Coming up, and then we got Zach coming from Hardworking Hunter. Nice. We got Cody Liska from Crude coming on soon. So we got some really cool guests coming up. Got a couple gear reviews coming up. So thanks for listening, Alaska. Thanks for keeping up with us and supporting us and supporting all the sponsors that are supporting us. Whenever you can visit any of those guys' website or stores, go ahead and do that. Let them know that you heard from them from Alaska Wild Project. Helps us out a lot. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave a like.
Check out those reels, though.
The reels are coming.
The reels are blowing up.
Yeah, the reels are going.
What is reels? It's not stories anymore?
No, it's reels now. You gotta ask Danica.
Are they different?
It's just like TikTok for Instagram.
Oh.
Can you do this?
I thought that's what stories were. I thought stories were like videos.
Do you know what
kind of.
Do you know what an algorithm is?
Have I heard about it? Yes.
Have you heard of
Can
these
I
things?
explain it to you? No.
No.
I believe somewhere in there there's a bunch of ones and zeros.
I like saying the word, but I'm like, it sounds
like algebra.
Sounds like cryptocurrency.
Yeah. So confused.
Sounds like,
yet
what is
investing
it?
so much money in this.
I don't know.
I think it's going to make some money later.
Something about NFTs?
Yeah. Is that what it is?
What's that stand for?
Yeah. Now, if you want to know about pads and sleeping bags.
One thing for sure, like Daniel said, check out the sponsors and the products.
Yeah.
That's not crypto.
Oh, well, Arbor Capital. They can answer all your questions.
Can they purchase your products with crypto?
Not yet. Actually, we should probably start that.
I need to have a consultation with Arbor. They need to come on in.
Yeah, we got to get them in, man. Dave's supposed to come in and give us the full.
I need somebody to full geek.
Yeah, give you the full question.
I need to know what's going on.
I can't wait to hear.
Can we hold a seminar and just like have a little thing here?
You want to bring the whiteboard in?
Yeah, all of it. Like I hope he wears black, like squared glasses. Like I want to need
with the laser pointer.
Oh man, I would love someone to just
stick,
explain it at even the most basic level.
Okay, well we'll get these boys in here. They're explain it for all of us meatheads, I guess. Sign up for BHA. Support those guys for sure. They're doing really cool stuff out here. And then all the sponsors and Barney's and all the marijuana stores that are hooking it up. Mm-hmm. We love it. Thanks, Alaska. Stay wild.
You remember my speaking to you of what I call your overcautiousness. Are you not overcautious when you assume that you cannot do what the enemy is constantly doing?
The Alaska Wild Project podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Barney's Sports Chalet, supplying hunters with the best hand-selected gear since 1963. The exclusive home of frontier gear built for the rugged Alaskan terrain. Your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Visit Barney's today at 906 West Northern Lights.
Arbor Digital, the forefront of digital assets, cryptocurrencies, and wealth management, providing a low-cost, research-based investment strategy for Alaskans looking to invest their hard-earned money. Visit arborcapital.io today to put your money to work.
Tailored Restoration 24-hour emergency home services, helping Alaskans restore their dreams since 1972. Services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, repair, and remodeling. Give them a call in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Hit them up at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Total Truck and Alaska Overlander, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlanding products, providing all-inclusive rental vehicles and trailers custom outfitted to explore the Alaskan backcountry with a unique and convenient traveling experience.
Serrano's Mexican Grill, 2 locations, one on Tudor, one on Northern Lights. The Northern Lights location has their new tequila bar. Check it out. Also see their daily specials at serranosmexicangrill.com.
TheTreehouseAK.com, located at 341 Boniface Parkway, Alaska's own and grown cannabis and CBD store. Ask the bud tender what the strain of the day is to get your 10% off. The Treehouse, where the culture lives.
The Connoisseur Lounge, Alaska's premier locally owned and operated cannabis retailer, located in the heart of Palmer, Alaska. Their cultivated products include Snowcap Romance, Aurora Haze, Super Glue, and much more. Find them at theconnoisseurlounge.net.
AKO Farms, located in Sitka, Alaska, built from the ground up with concentrates as their single motivation, with exclusive products such as their sugar wax, full spectrum diamond sauce carts, and more. Ask your local bud tender about AKO. Marijuana has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming and addictive. Marijuana impairs concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence. There are health risks associated with consumption of marijuana. For the use of only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children, and marijuana should not be used by women who are pregnant or breastfeeding.
The Bait Shack, located on Ship Creek upstream of the bridge. Can't miss the bright red shack. They are the go-to fishing gear rental and guide service on Ship Creek. Tight lines and fish on. Come hook into the action with them. Hit them up at thebaitshackak.com.
Anchortown Dogs, located on 4th Avenue across from the old 4th Avenue Theater. Look for the blue and gold umbrella. From reindeer dogs to bomb euros, they've got you covered. Anchortown Dogs, your local gourmet hot dog and sausage cart.
Crude Magazine, Alaska-based media outlet using the last frontier as a springboard to discover larger truths about the cultures of our great state. Read more at crudemag.com.
Lawn Pro AK, Alaska's year-round professional property maintenance team. Services include snow and ice management, weekly lawn care, and more. Get your free estimate today at lawnproak.com.
Double Shovel Cider Company, located off of Arctic and 58th. Handcrafted Alaskan-made colonial ciders. They also have a tap room downtown on the corner of 5th and E. Stop by today and taste an award-winning cider.
Lady with a Plan, your own Alaska event planner. From scouting the perfect location to planning the tiniest details, specializing in event management and production for intimate social gatherings. Find Lady with a Plan on Instagram.
Should you not claim to be at least his equal in prowess and act upon the claim? I say try. If we never try, we shall never succeed. This proposition is a simple truth, and it's too important to be lost sight of for a moment. If we cannot beat the enemy where he now is, we never can. It is all easy if our troops march as well as the enemy, and it is unmanly to say they cannot do it.